Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Darren James and Associates, powered by LPT Realty, commit to excellent service unlike any other. Darren and his team save buyers as much money as possible. If you're ready to buy or sell your home, call Darren James or visit agent225.com. Turnaround season is here, and for any upcoming turnaround projects, choose the experts at the Advanced Turnaround Group from Action Industries. The Advanced Turnaround Group provides unmatched experience in turnaround management, specialty welding services, and personalized attention. With 24-hour emergency availability, trust the Advanced Turnaround Group, whose entire careers focus on turnaround excellence. Learn more at actionindinc.com, the Advanced Turnaround Group, subsidiary of Action Industries.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
When you switch to Progressive and bundle your home and auto, you could save hundreds, and that's a surprising amount of money.
Whoa, that's like farmer's market money.
That's like give me a gallon of that locally sourced raw honey money.
That's certified organic heirloom tomatoes in every imaginable color except red money.
That's let's get 2 pounds of pink oyster mushrooms money. I'm not even sure I like pink oyster mushrooms.
Guess it's time to find out, because you could save hundreds when you switch to Progressive and bundle. Then the world is your pink oyster mushroom. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, May 2nd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 86. In hour one of today's show, we'll give our final preview of LSU versus Texas A&M as they are set to do battle in College Station. And we'll break down the Saints draft selection of Danny Stutzman. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's going on, Baton Rouge? Hope you're having a great Friday morning today, May 2nd, 2025, meaning May 4th and Cinco de Mayo, right around the corner. Two of my favorite days. Very sad we're not going to be on air for May 4th. In fact, now that I'm speaking this out loud, you might be forced into a lot of Star Wars talk today. We'll see. We'll see where today's show ends up going. That'll be later in the show, though. That'll be third hour, so do not worry if that does not sound appealing to you. I'm T-Bob Hebert. We got Alondra Villarreal and Taylor Sharp hanging out with me, and Jake will be along shortly, doing a little daddy daycare right now, doing daddy drop-off. More accurate, I would say. Great mood today. Excited for the weekend. Ready to go. We got a great show planned for you Alondra, what's up? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You are in a good mood. You were like pretty talkative this morning.
I am very talkative this morning.
Which is, I like it.
It's because all the hay was in the barn. I was disciplined last night.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got one more episode of Andor to watch, and I really want to watch because I freaking love this show. I'm head over heels.
Mm-hmm.
But what if I just did like an hour on the show for tomorrow and just really get it, it knocked down? Workout this morning, caffeine's rolling. So yeah, we have all the good vibes going on. And I'm going to the dermatologist to get a weeping sore checked out after the show. So that's going to be great.
A what?
What? I don't know. I have a...
That's what it's called, or you're
no,
calling
that's
it
what
that?
I'm calling
Oh,
it.
okay.
That's what I'm calling it.
Okay.
I don't know.
I was like, I've never heard of that.
Dermatologist. Yeah,
so I went to the eye doctor yesterday, and I had to get some
I
little
love your new
specs.
glasses,
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Thank you. I can't see at night anymore.
Those are cool.
Thank you. But I gotta give a shout out. So the guy who helped me with my glasses.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lance.
Shout out Lance.
Like nicest dude ever. He says he listens.
It's gonna be my Lance.
Yeah. We forgot to do that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he helped me with my glasses yesterday. He listens to the show all the time. He's super nice.
Let's go,
he
Lance.
was great vibes. Shout out Lance.
Hey now. Shout out Lance. And I think stylistically, again, I think the glasses look very cool.
Thank you.
So what these are nightshades?
Well, they're not like nightshades. So I could be wearing them right now if I wanted to.
Okay.
But at night I have like some astigmatism going on, so I can't really see. And then I was wearing them last night, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can see signs.
How long did it?
Just like, is that stop sign always been
Yeah.
there?
How dangerous.
I couldn't see exit signs.
Is that a hexagon? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a stop sign. Okay, perfect. Or an octagon?
Yes.
Yeah, octagon, sorry.
Yeah.
Now, because I definitely need reading glasses.
Yeah.
I should get some with blue light too, because I'm just frying my
I know,
eyes
right?
every day on a
Yeah.
computer 24/7, just typing and reading. And my eyes are getting worse and worse and worse. But how long was the process?
It didn't take that long.
Really?
I was there for maybe an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
For the whole kit and caboodle?
Like I got the eye exam. That didn't take long.
Really?
And then she did more stuff. Maybe an hour and a half.
Okay.
But like it didn't feel that long.
No, that's cool, dude.
And she also said I have like eye inflexibility.
Well, your eyes need to stretch more.
Basically, she gave me like a little exercise to do for my eyes.
What is an eye
So like,
exercise?
okay, so whenever I look at something far away and then I look at something close, it takes a minute for my eyes to focus on it.
Yeah.
Like a while.
Yeah.
So then I'm supposed to look at like something up close and then something far away.
Oh,
and
hell
then
yeah.
up close and then far away. So
You're
that
doing
I can,
curls.
Yeah. For
doing
my
eye
eyes.
curls.
Yeah.
You could be mewing at the same time and just doing all sorts of secret underground workouts and Kegels. You do Kegels, mew, and eye curls all at the same time.
You took this in a different direction,
Yeah.
but
Well, I'm thinking of exercises that you could be doing that people don't know you're exercising.
Right.
oh, okay.
You would
yeah,
look
yeah.
really funny though, because you'd be like, can you tell that I'm doing that?
Until you're
Yeah,
doing
you
something.
definitely can.
You're trying to do
100%.
something.
Looks like you're like tweaking. But yeah, I don't know. They were like that for a while, and then I finally was like, I can't do this anymore.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Tay-Tay, how you doing, bud?
You know, I was doing good until I was adjusting the cameras. I forgot that these lights are a lot more yellow than those. I wore a cream-colored shirt, and it kind of looks like I'm not wearing anything.
No, I think I don't. I think
yeah.
you look fine. I think you look fine. I do not. I always hate how I'm lit up here, but whatever.
But those are whiter. These are. I was just looking. I was like, kind of.
No, Daniel. Jake will be along shortly. Jake is just dropping the kids off at school. He will be along though. Do not worry. Bilbo says T-Bob, our Panthers are set to play the Leafs in round 2. Yeah. So what? The Maple Leafs finally broke some sort of generational curse. Won a playoff series. Won a road playoff game when they were right on the edge of blowing it.
Past the Ottawa Senators.
And now my Panthers beating the Lightning again, proving that we are the premier NHL team in Florida. Very excited for that. Should have worn my Panthers jersey. Didn't think about that, Bilbo. I apologize. I had one more thing. Oh, I was actually this is how good of a mood I am in.
You were humming or singing Bulletproof?
No, that is funny though. It's jammed in my head. Bulletproof. No, when I walked in, I was excited to see Taylor sitting at his desk and excited to maybe get a quip off or two, be slapped in the face with some take that I don't really care about.
Yeah.
And he was nowhere to be found.
Dang.
And I found myself to be disappointed. And then I was a bit reflective. I was like, wow, I'm sad. What the hell? I wanted a little early interaction walking through the door, and instead I was left wanting alone. Where were you? I know you were here.
I got to do 8 hours on Tiger this weekend.
Yeah.
So I was recording the first 3 this morning.
Nice.
I was just on the other side of the building.
8 hours on Tiger? What is this? Is this going to be a permanent thing?
Tay Tiger take
Well,
over.
yeah, I do it every weekend.
All 8 hours every weekend?
No, I normally do like 3.
Okay.
But I'm doing 3 tomorrow.
When can people listen?
3 to 6 Saturday, 10 to 3 Sunday.
Was it all just like Morgan Wallen and Rascal Flatts?
Yeah, a lot of that. Lot of Morgan Wallen, Rascal Flatts.
When y'all voice track, do you get to choose the music, or is the music chosen for you?
I change. Like sometimes it's there already, but like I'll add or change stuff that
Yours more so,
that
right?
makes sense.
Like
you have some of the best musical taste in the world. Coffee and Flannel. Y'all should all listen to it.
Hell yeah, you should. It's really fun.
What about you, Tay?
I don't change the music.
You don't change.
It's just there. Whatever's there.
Yeah. What are your Murphy, Sam, and Jody interludes? Like what little life bit are you talking about? Forgetting to take out the trash. Shout out Trash Rangers.
No, but I did forget to do that.
This seems like a real issue with y'all.
It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. I don't know. You take out your own trash, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And you never forget?
I don't have to take it out like every time that there's because I'm one person. Yeah.
You're not producing enough trash to where you end up in an emergency situation.
But I don't think I've ever been like, oh man, I forgot to take the trash out.
Oof.
Did that last week.
I mean, it's literally, have you seen the movie Nobody with Bob Odenkirk?
No.
It's a Better Call Saul guy. It's an action movie where it's like the classic, he seems like a regular man, but he's got quite the past. But it's a very good one of those.
This is Jason Statham?
No, it's Bob Odenkirk, the Better Call Saul guy, who you would never expect to be, to be an action guy. But it ended up, whatever. It's a very good movie. But one of the tropes in that movie, he's obviously got this past. He's adjusting to suburban life, and he just consistently forgets to put the trash out and has to kind of deal with some sniping and
Trash Rangers will remind you.
That's right. Trash Rangers text you the night before. It's your pickup day, so you never get to put the trash out again. And you can be just like Bob Odenkirk, except without any of the success, accolades, money, or military background. So nothing like Bob Odenkirk, except you're slightly better because you don't forget to take out the trash.
I'm not even slightly better. I forgot. So I'm way worse than Bob. But no, I brought up the, of course, the gorilla versus human debate, and then the Shedeur Sanders prank phone call.
Where did you bring the? On
Tiger.
On Tiger. Okay, hell yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, those are 2 good ones. Yeah. Those are 2 good ones for sure.
I mean, you only have like a minute and a half top. So
and those play well regardless of if you care about sports or not.
Yes, exactly.
Knowing that a prank call cost your dad $100K and your dad's boss $250,000.
Yeah, that's kind of
something that anybody can resonate with, for sure. Whoever wrote, I think it was Marler who wrote the 104.5 100 Men versus the Gorilla, and the post seems to be doing really well on Instagram. But I think they nailed it, specifically citing Bobby Hebert, but pretending the gorilla is Jeff George. It's a pretty deep cut. The Cannon used to not be too happy with Jeff George back in the day in Atlanta. So kudos to whoever threw in that little nugget.
That was Marler.
I think he nailed it for sure. I also enjoyed post-loss whiskey and wine T-Bob.
The picture was incredible.
Which is a very specific version of me to fight. It's probably the only version in which I would fight the gorilla, given the fact that all my decision making at that point is terribly hampered.
My favorite was the duo of the white guy from the program followed by the black guy from the program, which was
Lattimore and Alvin Mack. But
I mean, Lattimore and Alvin Mack are
beast combo.
That's on the list, right?
Beast combo, dude. Especially Alvin though. this thing about Latimer. I love Latimer. Latimer's cool.
Latimer's not a guy with a plan.
But also, Latimer's barely a starter. Alvin Mack's all-American. Like, Alvin Mack's a dog. Latimer's fun and crazy and thrown off.
Yeah.
But he's barely a starter.
But also, you got to go in with a plan. Like, Alvin Mack's going to develop that plan. Latimer's going to go in there like a bat out of hell. Like,
seat at the table. I used to write GMFT on my tape in honor of Latimer before every game back in the day. Dan Wilkins on the list. I haven't seen. I scanned the list. Dan Wilkins, one of the cannon fodder up front.
Yeah, Mickey Loomis is also on the front line. I think Katy Perry was on the front line too. Not Katy Perry.
I still don't know. Really?
It's not Katy Perry.
Is it Rihanna?
It's not.
Is it Sia?
You're not gonna guess who it is because I couldn't remember. I looked it up just now. I couldn't remember who it was. You're not gonna guess who it is.
Is it Kesha?
Never heard of this person except for this song.
Is it Brittany Murphy?
LaRue.
Oh yeah, I love LaRue.
Do you actually love LaRue?
Oh yeah,
have you ever heard "Talk to Me Like You Want"?
No.
Have you ever heard "Love Me Twice on Tuesday"?
So here's the thing. I was about to say,
you could be making these.
Talk to Me Like You Want's not bad though.
No, it's really not. I don't know how you came up with
Love Me
those
Twice
names.
on Tuesday was
On Tuesdays,
that was starting to wobble a little bit. Shout out LaRue.
We put Bill Belichick's girlfriend, but we tell her the gorilla asked how they met. 10 white boys outside of Tigerland at 2 a.m.
I've really evolved my take on Jordan Hodson quite a bit after learning more and more about her. All that was, the CBS thing, that was the mistake of a young professional. She is obviously someone who is very ambitious, very driven, right? They first meet on this plane. She's reading what? Like The Secret of Deductive Logic or something like logic book, right?
Yeah.
And then she's like chatting him up about it. That's when he signs the book, whatever. They start dating. She's now amassed the $9 million real estate portfolio where she's renting out properties. Like, I think back to being a professional I think about being on air in my 20s, right? And some of the stories that I ran with only to find out, oh, they were fake, or you didn't do your due diligence, you made this mistake, you read this wrong. And like, yeah, don't make no mistake. She screwed it up. She did, and that's so Raven. She created the very situation she was trying to avoid with the action she was taking to avoid that situation. But make no mistake, she is going to be far more wealthy than all of us. Like, whether or not they end up together or not, like she knows what she's doing.
I mean, don't they live like on Cape Cod or something? She's probably already wealthy.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, I think she's going to be very independently wealthy.
Yeah.
She had already started.
She's probably already more wealthy than
some
us.
company. Yeah, she is. She has a $9 million real estate portfolio. Yeah. She already started some company back in college that she was like the CEO of whatever, she's calling herself the CEO of Belichick. But like, again, huge misstep by her, making a big deal out of this CBS thing that should have been very easy. I mean, also asking to interview Bill Belichick and not talk about it. Again, I don't know if I said it on this show, but it's like walking in to a dinner with friends with like full steampunk gear on, like a purple top hat, clockwork glasses, and be like, guys, don't ask.
Right.
I mean, I think
she posts like pictures of them doing yoga on the beach.
This is the only reason we're having you on, Bill. We're not actually having you on to talk about the art of football. This is the most interesting thing about you.
Nobody cares what you're doing with your defense in North Carolina.
No, you're sitting here. Well, neither does he. He's wearing a Navy sweatshirt. Another misstep.
True. What the hell?
But I'd be so pissed if I was UNC on multiple levels. But, I mean, you're sitting here taking pictures where you're a Cape Cod fisherman catching a mermaid out of the sea. Yep. Of course, that's what I want to talk to you about, you idiot.
Well, Alondra brought it up the other day. Like, she was telling me and Musa about it. Like, we hadn't seen it yet. So she explained the whole situation. And that was my response, too, was like, I kind of thought we knew how they met. And I'm like, now I'm questioning whether or not we do. Now I'm questioning
why
if they
be
met
weird
under
about
shady
something we already
circumstances.
know?
Because she was going a little too hard. It was a professional
She's going
mistake.
too hard.
She thought, okay, I'm playing the role of PR person here, and we are only going to talk about the book.
Yeah.
And even though I'm sure she interrupted, apparently from the report, many other times talking about the book, being like, stay on task.
Yeah.
That's the shot. How did y'all meet? The immediate, we're not talking about it. No. As soon as CBS saw that, they were just like,
Yeah.
Thank you, Jordan.
Yeah.
Because look,
Thank you, Jordan.
Look at what it did.
That's what we needed.
Yeah.
You gave it to us. Thank you. Goodbye. This was unpleasant, but it's going to play. So it was, again, just, my initial read was so off on the escort thing. So off.
Oh, yeah.
So off. Anyway. She's going to die Ray Richer than us. But that's cool.
I mean, it's not, cool. I don't think it's hard to do that.
No, that's true. That's, fair. Fair's not exactly a super high bar, is it now?
And if she was already, rich, then.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she was or not. Maybe she's an alien.
Maybe.
Remember Men in Black?
Yeah.
Will Smith, when they're shooting all the little cardboard cutouts, they're like, why'd you shoot that little girl? And he's like, 8-year-old, reading a physics book? That's crazy. And he thinks he's just just riffing, trying to make an excuse. And they're like, oh, man, he gets it. He gets it. Which I always thought was a bit problematic because he obviously didn't get it. But, hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Agreed.
Sports talk guys are upset.
Belichick's a football coach.
Yeah.
This is sports talk.
That is true. Couldn't care less about Bill's girlfriend. Yeah, that's true. I wanted to, for the record, I wanted to state my final take.
Okay, I don't think this is like a weird thing to talk about. Everybody's talking about it. It's not.
Anyway, coming up next, Hunt Palmer did a great resume review piece on LouisianaSports.net. You should all go check it out. But it kind of looks at, as LSU attempts to go for a national seed, what are the dynamics at play? What's in the line each of the next couple of weekends? And then we'll preview a little LSU A&M. Danny Stutzman coming up as well. And a little Tyler Shuck piece. Why does it keep happening to me? More Off the Bench coming up next.
Off the Bench.
Hey, guys, shout out to our friends at Pelican Roofing, PelicanRoof.com, PelicanRoof.com. New partners on this show, but not new to the roofing game. In fact, in the last decade, they have grown, very humble beginnings to now being an industry leader, and they've done over 7,000 roofs, guys. 7,000. So if you're in Lafayette or Baton Rouge, Pelican is your comprehensive roofing company. Offices in both Baton Rouge and Lafayette, and dedicated employees every step of the process, from answering the phone to your estimates, having a dedicated project manager on every site. Not one guy managing tons of sites, on every single site. And so don't settle for average. Go with the best. Go with the company that has over 500 5-star reviews. They'll fight for you and get you the roof you deserve. Go to PelicanRoof.com, PelicanRoof.com.
To go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Let's go, LaRue. Don't stop until we hear one bulletproof. Is this a remix? Or maybe, I think I've only heard remixes lately of this song.
This is the original.
Okay, this beat feels a little weird.
I like it.
David Guetta?
No. I don't know.
Yeah, here we go.
LaRue is.
I actually hate this beat. I actually hate this beat. I love the song, but there are much better versions of this out there nowadays. I don't know which ones they are.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is crazy. We were talking about Sydney Berzon. So last night, LSU softball falls to Arkansas 12-9. And what about Lash LaRue? Do y'all remember him?
Good
He's
name.
an old wrestler.
Good, I figured. That's a good name.
My bad. No, anyway. So Arkansas beats LSU in softball last night, 12-9. And, I saw Sydney Berzon, 6th loss of the year. She's 17-6. And it got me thinking, I don't know if I have a great understanding of what the average lift for a softball ace is. Or maybe not average, but are there 20-game winners and stuff? We were wondering. So I looked at the leaderboard. And yes, right now, Lindsey Green, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it, from Oregon, junior, 40 appearances, a 26-1 record. And then in terms of innings pitched, now somehow, this is kind of crazy. She's only got 143 innings pitched. Second on this list is Jalen Adams from Iowa. She's got a 23-5 record, but 180 innings pitched. How about this? The most innings pitched in the country, Casey Richard from Boston University, who in 35 appearances has thrown 212 innings and has a 22-10 record.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
22-10.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. Where is Sydney?
She pitch every game?
How many
games have they
35
played?
Appearances, right? It's getting close. So for reference, Sid's actually a bit on the lower end, only 25 appearances. Very nice 17-6 record in those 25. But yeah, that's crazy, man. Something else we'll get to later in the show. So Arkansas beat LSU in the softball diamond. Arkansas also smashed Texas on the baseball diamond at Baum Walker. And it may mean more than you think. But first, Hunt Palmer has a resume review right now at louisianasports.net. And we're going to run through some of the highlights real quick to set the stage for what you need to do over the next couple of weekends. As Hunt points out, LSU's 37-9 right now. And I'm going to stop saying as Hunt points out because I'd have to say that every sentence. So I would say go check out the article. I tweeted out last night as well. LSU's 37-9. Only Texas has more wins in all of college baseball. One of the low points of LSU's resume is the out-of-conference schedule. It's just not very good. Only Tennessee and West Virginia have worst out-of-conference schedules out of all the national seed candidates. If you look at some of the national seed candidates here, LSU's strength of schedule is 28. Tennessee's 37. Arkansas 39. Bama 35. So you're better than those guys. But Auburn, number 1 strength of schedule in the entire country. Vandy, number 3. UGA, number 4. LSU's 5-5 on the road in the SEC this year. If you're again, that would be a point that if you want to like really guarantee a top 8 seed this season, the road series this weekend against A&M and then against South Carolina to end the year. If you end with a winning road record, that would be absolutely massive, especially because those are all going to be quad 1 games. If South Carolina can stay where they are, if they can win a game or two over the next couple of series, stay where they're currently ranked, because they're on the road, those would be quad 1 wins. And right now, LSU's got a 9-7 quad 1 record, which you may be like, but that's basically where all the national seeds are, except for Texas, who's 14-3. So basically, here's how Hunt sums it up. If you want to be a top 8 seed, he says, quote, if LSU can win 3 of the next 6 at Texas A&M and versus Arkansas, the Tigers will have a top 5 RPI and a conference record of 17-10 headed to South Carolina. That's the treading water point. If LSU can win both series or win 4, including a sweep, a top 8 seed would almost be on ice, barring a total no-show in Columbia the final weekend. Drop 4 or 5 of the next 6, and things can get dicey. Lastly, don't even think about losing to RPI number 281 Grambling on Tuesday. So to Hunt's point, like, it is interesting, right? Because, and by the way, LSU's number 5 in RPI right now, which weighs heavily in on all this. It is interesting because you feel like, you're number 2 team in the country, you're playing so well, like, okay, this should all be assured. But no, you got work left to do. Like you said, man, 3 of the next 6 would be pretty damn good, considering it's at A&M and Arkansas at home. However, 3 of the next 6, and as you said, you'd be right there on the line. Need to do some work the final weekend in South Carolina. So the stakes are still incredibly high. And if you want to be a national seed, you want to host a super regional, you got to finish strong here, and that starts with Texas A&M. And so that's what we're going to do next. We are going to get the show started, which we should do. We'll get that. We'll do that next, and we'll break down with Texas A&M. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Oh, baby! If only it was the 3rd hour, I'd have a nice cold Dos Equis in my hand. Because the bottom line is, there's no better way to kick off your baseball watching weekend than with a delicious Dos Equis. In fact, the only way to make it better is to have some limes, some salt. You want to be the hit of the tailgate? Or maybe you're going to be watching with your friends, doing a little watch party for some of the games this weekend. You want to be the hit? Bring the Dos Equis, bring the lime, bring the salt, lube up the neck, sprinkle salt on it, drop the lime inside, and prosper. Because the bottom line is, this baseball season, don't be satisfied. It's time to go for Dos and drink with Dos Equis. Now, as always, drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older. But if you are a responsible adult, there's no better beer to set your springtime alight than a delicious Mexican lager, Dos Equis.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to...
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
The Outcast Classic. See, right now I'm like, I don't like this that much. Listen. Oh, I love that little. It's something about that little echoey reverb. It tickles me.
I think I was going for more like electric.
Yeah, this is like a haunting style vibe.
I guess this is more of like a Pilates vibe. It's a little bit slower, a little more like lock into the zone. You wanted a little more like party house music.
Yeah, or like a weird restaurant that sells you like deconstructed food or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Definitely, tapas cocktail lounge
Not what
sort
I was
of
going
vibes. Well, F what you were going for. I don't care.
I'll figure it out.
Shut up. No, because I have one more that I'm going to make you play next. So
is it like this?
I don't know. Well, you'll have to wait and see, won't you? Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
With the shortest waiting period in the industry, Tiger Labor makes it easy to transfer top talent onto your payroll quickly. Tiger Labor personally vets your workforce to solve all your staffing needs, whether short or long term. And they're not just forwarding resumes to you, but interviewing and dispatching in person every morning at 5 a.m. Tiger Labor and Staffing. After House, let's go. Hell yeah, go DJ. That's my dog. That's my dog. All right. So LSU, A&M tonight. Again, the most wonderful part to me is that it's a complete inversion of last year, where last season LSU was desperate, needed a great second half of the year. A&M was the premier team. A&M was the road team. LSU found a way to win the series. Well, everything slipped this year. A&M came in highly heralded, absolutely stumbled out the gate, right? Desperate, needing to finish strong. They're getting better. LSU, they've been the dominant team all year long. They're the road team this time. So here's to hoping that the results flip, right? Because everything else is, here's hoping the results stay the same because everything else is. Can LSU do what A&M failed to. Where last year, Texas A&M could have legitimately come into Alec Box and maybe knocked LSU out. Maybe put him in, if not put the nail in the coffin, put him right on the edge of flatlining. I mean, what else? You finished 13-17 last year? Now, maybe with the SEC tournament performance, it could have gotten in at 12-18, but like A&M could have eliminated LSU. Now, LSU has the same chance to do that to the Aggies. Can they go into College Station and do so? I gave some series numbers yesterday, and I found some different numbers. I think I was wrong on some things. So A&M actually leads the all-time series 32-30. You'll never guess when the first game was played in this series. 1907.
That's crazy.
2 years after sliced bread was invented. Or was it plastic? I think plastic might be 1905. I'm not 100%
Plastic,
on that.
sliced bread. We get them confused all the time.
Still, the point is a long-ass time, right? Like
Until
this is before.
1928 with sliced bread.
Okay, so way before sliced bread.
Yeah.
What about plastic? Can I get a 1905 on plastic?
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see.
We should call this series the best thing since before sliced bread.
So Bakelite was invented in 1907.
Okay. Even better.
Plastic, 1862.
Oh, wow. What's Bakelite?
I think that's like Tupperware or whatever.
Okay. So Tupperware.
Fully synthetic plastic.
What's that?
Fully synthetic plastic. That's what Bakelite is.
Okay, there you go. 1907. Fully synthetic plastic invented the same year that this series was first played.
That's crazy.
I mean, before the Spanish flu. Polio was still running amok. It's before both world wars.
I was about to say, that's crazy.
Anyway, been playing baseball a long time. They're up 32-30. LSU's won each of the last two series. How about this? Over the last 34 games, the 34 games since Texas A&M joined the SEC in 2013, 17-17.
Oh.
Dead even. LSU, 9-9 in games played in College Station in the regular season. So as you can see, this has been a very even matchup thus far. And this is a great opportunity for LSU to tip some of those numbers in their scale while also, again, driving the stake through the heart of the Aggies. And it looks like, again, on paper, you just appear to be the much better team. You have the second highest batting average in the SEC. You're number one in on-base percentage. You're number two in hits, number two in doubles, number four in run scores, fourth in slugging. You have a third best ERA. You're second in the league in strikeouts. You're number four in opponent batting average. You're number four in the nation in Ks per nine. LSU right now averaging 11.8 as a staff, 11.8 strikeouts per nine. So the point is, like, you appear to be the dominant team. Can you prove it? Can you prove it? And again, you got to be careful looking too much at the A&M stats because they're playing better than what their numbers dictate right now. I mean, again, like, look at Ryan Prager, right? He's kind of representative of the whole team. You would think Ryan Prager sucks if you just saw these numbers. 2-3, 4.04 ERA, 54 Ks, 15 walks, 62 innings pitched. It's been, okay this season, but we all know what Prager can be. It's very good. But still, Cade Anderson, much better numbers across the board. My question is, will Cade lock in the same way that he locks in when he's across from like a Kyson Witherspoon or a Liam Doyle, something like that? I think so. Prager's big name. Saturday, again, Ianson, who just seems to get better and better. You have an advantage over Justin Lampkin. Ianson 6-2, Lampkin 3-5. Ianson 3.49 ERA, Lampkin 3.92. Ianson 91 Ks to 25 walks. Lampkin 69-14. And then we'll see what they end up doing on Sunday. Is it Casey Evans again? Do they end up needing him to close out the series? Because make no mistake, again, it is 2 of 3. It is 2 of 3. That's what you need. That's what you need. If you want to be a top 8 national seed, getting 2 of 3 would put you in what, guys? The catbird seat. And that's where you always want to be, in the catbird seat. Also, shout out to Nookie says Prager's a shell of himself. The stats are an accurate reflection. I just mean in terms of
big fall off.
I just mean in terms of the potential of the team, the potential of the player. They're not reaching that potential, but I just mean if you go in half step and you go in cocky, you can catch one on the chin real freaking quick.
The ability is still there.
Yes, real freaking quick.
That's pretty, like you said, it's pretty much the story of the Aggies.
Yes, Prager is. Yeah.
Well, no. I'm saying like the potential's there. They just haven't with like a lot of it. Like
I agree. That's what I mean. He's a microcosm
Yeah.
of kind of the team as a whole. So I'm saying come correct. This is a wounded animal, dangerous, going to be fighting for its life. Okay? It's time to put it down.
He did have a really big drop off though.
Shout out to Derek Curiel, who I haven't mentioned this yet this week, but the 43 on base streak coming to an end on Saturday. Highly disappointing, but what does he do? He responds on Sunday, 4-4, kicks ass. I'm glad that we can talk about it because it was amazing. We were trying to avoid talking about it on air forever because we didn't want to jinx it. Or I don't believe in jinxes. I didn't want to hear y'all's crap, basically. Because I knew the second we mentioned it and then it stopped, I'd be like, team up, way to go, though. Freaking idiots. You're so stupid. Anyway. It's the 5th longest streak in school history. And how about this? If you are the company you keep, who's 4th in that list? Bregman, 3rd, Dugas, 2nd, Matuk, and then 1st, of course, Dylan Cruz when he had the entire season in which he got on base every single game. So, again, get hyped about not just this year, Derek Curiel, enjoy it, but like the future as well. And then it is funny, you know, how what have you done for me lately? What a difference a week can make. Bear Jones, slumping. Can't figure it out, right? Well, you look up 2nd in the SEC in ribbies, 2nd in total bases, 4th in hits, 6th in home runs. He's just been fantastic. And, of course, the incredible walk-off last Friday to set the tone and really launch you firmly into the catbird seat for a national seed. I felt so. LSU Sportsnet had some good numbers on Cade Anderson. Cade Anderson's 3rd in the country right now in Ks. He's 102.
He's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Anthony Ianton also top 10 in the nation with his 92 Ks. Some nasty stuff coming out of LSU. And, of course, your freshman, Derek Curiel, leads the SEC in on-base percentage. He's 2nd in the SEC in the batting average. He's 4th in doubles. He's 5th in walks. Are you kidding me? Freshman? Unreal. Okay, so the point is, guys, it's time to kick some Aggie ass.
Yeah.
Time to kick some Aggie ass in College Station. Get a positive record on the road over there. And continue to sit in the catbird seat. Hopefully the Tigers will play better than this Texas A&M graphic here. Do you have this pulled up, Taylor? I should have told you before. Sorry, me and Alondra talked about it, but I just realized that me and you didn't talk about it.
It's so bad. They definitely, I think I put it in 715.
Avamar's Wine says, I don't believe in jinxes. Bro didn't shave, shower, or change his clothes in 2019 because he didn't want to jinx it. That's true. That was a weaker time for me. And also, again, I didn't want to hear your crap. Just like because if I would have cut my hair or beard and LSU would have lost, it would have been my fault forever. Do the graphic.
I'm looking for it.
Look in the
it's in 715.
It's in 715.
Under the
Look in the document.
Stuff.
Big dummy. Geez, I mean, the timing on this is pretty tight. Like, do we need to go to break? Should we come back with the graphic?
Fault, man.
What's going on?
Says there's an error.
When I click the link, it says there's an error. I'll search it on
that's
Twitter.
fine. We're fine.
We'll get back.
All right, we'll be back. More OTB, close an hour. One next.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKerney Injury Attorneys there for you when you need them. And when you need them, then you get in an accident. It's tough. It's tough. That's a low time to begin with. And hopefully you're physically okay. Hopefully you're mentally okay. But you're like, okay, I need my, I need what I deserve. And the insurance company, they're going to lean on you. They say, nah, sorry, Finn. I don't think so. And how are you supposed to stand up to them? They have millions upon millions of dollars. Well, that's where Gordon comes in, okay? Your knight in shining armor. He's going to advocate for you. He and his team are going to fight for you and get you what you deserve. You should also follow him on social media at GetGordon. Go to GetGordon.com. Gordon McCartney age return is called 888-8888. Get Gordon. Get it done.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Can't read my mind, I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak.
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
This is more what I was going for.
Bruh. That drop has no business.
It went pretty hard.
Going as hard as it does.
It went pretty hard.
An unwritten? Natasha Bedingfield?
What's the theme?
So T-Bob was singing Bulletproof when he came in this morning.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes when y'all are singing something, that's what I'll like
Inspiration,
go off of.
yeah.
So then I don't know like too many songs like that. So I asked T-Bob for one, and he gave me some lame like house music that sounds.
It was more
like,
Pilates.
Is that the
Wait, turn it up, crank it up.
Yeah, that one.
Crank it up. Why does my skin feel so tingly? Somebody give me a lollipop.
This one's more of what I was going for.
You wanted more party.
Yeah.
You wanted more party. That's
what I'm
not
saying.
bad.
More electric.
Yeah, I feel it.
You gave me like.
You wanted more Boiler Room. You ever watch Boiler Room on YouTube?
No. You were giving me like White Lotus. I've never seen that show, but
that was very White Lotus vibes. Again,
Okay.
White Lotus is very Pilates vibes, to be fair. Pizza Art Wine is going crazy listening to this.
Do they play this there?
I don't know, but I mean, I like Pizza Art Wine. It's a
does
great
sound
place, but it's an incredibly white woman place.
Oh, is it?
I mean,
I've never been
Pizza
there.
Art Wine.
I don't even know what that is. Where's that at?
It's here
It's
somewhere.
on Jefferson.
Me and Caitlin went on a date.
figured.
Yeah. I brought my daughter
Down
over there for a day
Texas,
two
just-
as well somewhere.
It's in
Round
Baton
Rock?
Rouge,
Yeah.
right?
Just
You've
in
probably
Round Rock.
been around there sometime.
Yeah, it's on Jefferson.
I'll tell you what though, and so I had a lunch deal at Cityport the other day, and that's a different country for me.
Government?
Literally.
What city?
Jefferson.
Oh, Jefferson. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I literally never go over.
Yeah.
It's got Jefferson's
that
great,
way.
great street.
I never
Got a
leave.
lot of cool stuff.
I never
No,
leave that
great
area.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's like,
And like it
Egypt
goes
to
like
me.
all the way. It's got great stuff all the way down.
Yeah.
like
Because in
I-
town center's like a little further down.
Yeah, I thought it was like 15 minutes from my house.
Little
I put it in,
Wars
it's like
is on there.
35 minutes. I'm like, what
Oh
the
man,
hell?
that is
Well,
far.
yeah, it's about the opposite side of town from you.
That is
That's
true.
for damn sure.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah, that's like.
Y'all's area though, that's a little. I feel like y'all are kind of out there on an island a little bit. But the.
I mean, for what I do,
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not like we do anything, right? We just go
Yeah.
home and do family stuff.
yeah, what I do it's like in a row: Elite, LSU, Guarantee
Yeah.
Media. Like
Yeah,
all
that's
in
true,
a
it
row
is.
for me.
True. It just
Yeah.
guides you home.
Yeah.
All right, so here is the Texas A&M graphic we were trying to bring up.
It's horrible.
It's so obviously AI slop. Like, it looks like they're kind of sprouting out of it. So it just doesn't make sense because it's got a super badass tiger leading the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if they thought they were supposed to be chasing down the tiger, but like,
No one's looking at it.
they needed to take notes from old school game program propaganda, right? Where you would have like a little cartoon weak looking tiger and a yell leader would be like spanking it with a paddle or something. Like, this is awful.
It's so bad.
This is indicative. If we said that Ryan Prager's season was a microcosm of Texas A&M, this graphic is a microcosm of their season. Just completely missing the point.
I mean, this is just the microcosm of Texas A&M.
In general.
You can just kind of you don't have to worry about this season. That's just Texas A&M.
They could have used Taylor's AI yell leader image.
I know.
Oh my God,
So much
incredible.
better.
Dude. Taylor does slot in just perfectly
He really did.
onto a yell leader body. It's unbelievable.
Hunts was good too, though.
Hunts was good. Maybe it's
I
also
feel, I feel more Ole Miss for Hunt than I do A&M. Like if I'm looking at Hunt Palmer,
yes, 100%.
I'm like, oh, you went
Nailed
to
it.
Ole Miss.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hunt's got to be a little more country to get the the full A&M treatment. Like, I could see Taylor wearing the short denim shorts and the boots
Yeah.
that they all wear to the
Can't
games.
see Hunt wearing that.
Wait, I can
Hour
see him
two
wearing those
coming
here.
up next.
Off the bench.
K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, man, going to bring your home to the next level, and we can work with all price points. So let's say you're in your starter home, first ever home. First off, congrats, man. That's awesome. Woman. I know it's harder and harder to buy a home, so congrats. But the point is, if you want to up the value of it, you want to make it more comfortable, both aesthetically and functionally, maybe save you some money, cooling down with the correct drapery, shades, curtains, drop-down exterior shade, whatever. But let's say you're also in your forever home of your dreams. Well, we're going to make it a little dreamier. With K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, go to ktozblinds.com today.
Yeah, go to that website, see what they can do for you, see what they've already done for your neighbor in the greater Baton Rouge area, and I can promise you they're going to come in, know your space better than you do, going to help you out inside, outside, and sometimes both like they did me. Go to the website, ktozblinds.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, May 2nd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 86. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll continue to break down the upcoming series between LSU versus Texas A&M, and we'll talk a little Saints as well. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. OTB here on 104.5 ESPN. Hope everybody's having a great day today. It is Friday. LSU-Texas A&M is on the docket for tonight. Softball looking to bounce back after last night's Arkansas game. And, well, can't wait to watch. Jakey, what's up, dude? How was school drop-off? How are we doing today?
It was good. It was good. All went well. You know, it's one of those things where I used to do it every single morning, then I never do it. And so when I do it again, I'm like, I'm glad that my wife does this every morning.
There's a lot of funny jokes that could probably be made about this last few sentences. My brain's maybe not on enough right now to do them. Yeah. I mean, I do the pickup every day. It's a lot.
So yesterday, how about this? Because like everyone at SiriusXM's on vacation right now, and so like people typically that would go to the bullpen and pull them up and work for me, like they're not available right now. So and Bobby was on. So yesterday I had to kind of do this. We had to piece it together. So I did it from 2 to 2:30, and then we had guests at 2:30, 3, and 3:30, so I could leave, go pick up the kids from carpool, and then come back and finish the show. And so we had 3 guests. Bobby filled, some of the space there, and I had to.
I mean, come on now, Professor. He hosts a daily show. He has his own morning show. He should be able. He can handle it. Handle alone for sure.
You'd be surprised. You would be surprised, T-Bob. Like you and I, we both host shows, and so if one of us is out, it's like whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll make it work. We'll talk about something. We have a lot of our colleagues that if you said, "Hey, you got it," for 12 minutes, they'd be like, "Nah, not doing it. Can't do it. Won't do it."
Just gotta talk.
Yeah, I know.
Just BS.
So.
Just start talking about something you're passionate about, just to fill the empty space. Like The Last Jedi or something.
Well, you got to have 12-minute monologue ready to go. I feel like at all times.
Yes.
Because a couple days ago, the entire system that we used through SiriusXM, it went down. But I was already logged into the system, so I was actually up. So I found out as our music kind of was hitting to start the show, hey, EJ's not going to be here.
There you go.
Got to be ready to go. You got to have 12 minutes ready to go.
What
And
do
it
they
turned
say?
into an hour and a half. But
Head on a swivel, making it. And obviously, I mean, but okay, now that situation, yes, that's different. You got to be ready to improv. You got to be ready to go. But like a planned situation, that's just lazy if you can't do segments alone.
I agree.
Because you could just write everything. Just have everything planned out. Like hell, you could actually script it if you wanted to. Generally, I like to work off like an outline.
Yeah, that's how I do Super Bowl radio. I have an outline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who has no problem with this? Taylor. Taylor has 45-minute monologues ready to go at any moment of the day.
Taylor, if for some reason these microphones went out, that was the only one that was working. T-Bob and I got sick. I don't know. Could you right now go
Easily.
for 16 minutes?
Oh, yeah. I could talk about something out the box. Too. Like, for example.
Alondra just gave an exasperated nod as she sat back in her chair and closed her eyes.
She
For
did not even
example,
mean to do that.
I was thinking about this coming into work this morning. Jalen Brunson is super underrated for the New York Knicks.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He had 40 points in a closeout game last night, and people are still like, can he be a number one in the NBA? Yeah, he's been a number one for like 3 years now.
And
hit the three to win the game.
Yeah, the step back through the legs 3 to win the game was pretty insane. And then he held up the 3 and he kissed it like it was like a blade. That was badass.
He is an elite player in this league, and he has been for 3 years now.
Yeah. I'm giving the Pelicans one more year, by the way, and then I'm going back.
To the Knicks? God,
Yeah.
you hopped off at the exact wrong time. Well, I mean, maybe you're the bad luck dude. Speaking of jinxes.
Maybe so.
That's true.
Maybe
The
it's more
Pelicans were totally.
Yeah,
they were about to
we're
win
good.
right before Jay hopped off.
Until freaking Jonah Hester showed up. Dude, it's time to feed this guy to the whales. Feed this guy to the Pelicans.
Yeah, they were right there.
They were.
They were one move away.
They were.
Zion found out Jake jumped on board. He's like, I'm feeling a little tight tonight.
Now it's now we have Joe Dumars, which I'm not going to pretend like I'm enough of a basketball expert to have a great opinion on Joe Dumars. I do kind of hate the hiring process behind it. Now, maybe Dumars is very good, and I've always been a Joe Dumars fan because he's from Louisiana, which, again, is probably, so I'm like, celebrate. I'm saying I'm a fan of him because of the very process that I'm kind of denigrating here, but, like, I do kind of agree with Scott Kushner that, like, I don't know, it does feel like just a classic Mickey Loomis, like, good old boy, like, let's just go with our boy, even though he was awful at the end in Detroit.
We were talking about it. So, like, the week y'all were out was the week that Griffin got fired. I mean, it was there was the awful sports weekend in Louisiana. We all remember it.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Pelicans guy on one of the shows, and he was saying that David Griffin, back in, like, late February, wanted to let go of Willie Green. And essentially the front office was like, you no longer have the power to make these moves.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
So,
though.
like, he knew he was fired back in February.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He just kind of had to go through the motions.
Yeah, David Griffin's biggest mistakes, because he did some good things. They drafted well. Trajan Langdon was a really good hire, I feel like, in terms of evaluating college talent. But David Griffin's biggest mistakes, he was awful at picking head coaches. He stuck with Alvin Gentry for a year. Terrible decision. Stan Van Gundy. Terrible decision. And then Willie Green was at least a bit, kind of like the Griffin hire. It was inspired, and as Scott said, aspirational, but neither worked out.
Look, we got to root for Joe Dumars. He was born in Shreveport.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He's from Natchitoches.
I know.
Went to McNeese.
Exactly.
Got to root for the guy.
I always have. I remember growing up, my dad being like, Joe Dumars, he's from Louisiana. I played basketball with him when I was young. I was like, oh, hell yeah. Okay. I love Joe Dumars then. That's cool. But, man, the Detroit fans were clowning us when they said they hired him. It did not end well in Detroit.
Well,
he had some highlights, though. We'll
he won the championship they won in the early 2000s, but, like, that was 20 years ago. Like, the last time he was exec of the year was 2004. Anytime in the NBA or any professional sports you're bringing up, hey, they have Louisiana ties, it's underwhelming because it's like, you're not recruiting. It doesn't really matter if you have Louisiana ties or not. And that's what the Pelicans hung their hat on. They're like, guys, here's Louisiana ties. I'm like, you're not recruiting in professional basketball. Like, that's, who cares where they're from, but that's what they hung their hat on.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. What was I? Sorry, got distracted. Got a text. All right, let's do this. I want to talk about Danny Stutzman. So we're going to do that in a second right after I tell you about Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. YourGoodwood.com. YourGoodwood.com. Has your wood gone bad? Well, we're here to help. Got wood? No? Well, again, we're here to help. If you're suffering from ED, low T, low energy, any of this, Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness can customize a plan for you to get you where you want to be. So we are no longer settling for mediocrity in the bedroom, in the boardroom, or in life in general. Okay? And at Goodwood, the first step is going to be to draw your labs. Shout out Mimi. One stick. I was good to go. Feel great. Bam, bam. Right? And so you get your labs drawn. It tells your body, it tells them what's up with your body, where it's strong, where it's weak, and what you need. And then they customize a plan for you to get you where you want to be. Explore HRT. The data is great. And the long-term studies continue to point more and more positively towards the effects of HRT. But maybe your testosterone's fine, right? Maybe it's something else. It's all there, though. At Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, penile enhancement, all of it. Go to YourGoodwood.com, YourGoodwood.com. All right, so Danny Stutzman. How about this, dude? The New Orleans Saints drafting Danny Stutzman with pick number 112. This is Dane Brugler's third linebacker on the board. Pretty damn good value to get a guy this productive from Oklahoma at 112. Here's what Brugler writes, quote, Stutzman is a smart player who consistently reads keys in the run game and understands route concepts and zone drops. Consistency and a nonstop motor are his hallmarks. What he lacks in high-end athleticism, he makes up for in football IQ. Now, that is a bit interesting because he does run a 4.52 40. Right? To be that size on a 4.52, pretty damn athletic and has high football IQ. How about this?
34-inch vertical, too.
34-inch vertical, yeah. I mean, that's damn athletic. At Oklahoma, he led the team in tackles all 3 years he was there. He had 124, 104, and 109. Overall, 377 tackles, 36 tiffles, and 8 sacks for the career. A super productive dude joining the squad now. And he gets to train under DeMario Davis, learn how to be a pro from one of the best to ever do it. Feels like a fun weapon for Brandon Staley to use here.
It's a great pick. So it's kind of like running back where you get real value late in the draft. And it's just because of where the position is. Well, middle linebacker's kind of gone like that in the NFL. And so don't maybe look at where he got drafted. Just actually watch the tape, do an evaluation of the player. You mentioned the 4.52, 34-inch vertical, 22 reps on the bench press. So like all the measurables, they kind of line up. And then it lines up with the tape and the production. You mentioned he led his team in tackles for 3 straight years. He's a 2-time all-conference first-team player, 2-time All-American at Oklahoma as well. set a career high with 125 tackles, 2 interceptions, 5 PBUs back in his sophomore season. So he's been doing this for a long time. Like, it's not just a one-hit wonder. He did it for 3 solid seasons at one of the marquee programs in the country. I love everything about the pick. And he's a little bit taller, I guess, for a middle linebacker.
Is he? How tall is he?
He's 6'3".
He's pretty. Yeah, I was going to say, watching highlights of him, he's not slim is not the right word, but he's not like your stocky. Like he's a little longer.
He's 6'3" and some
looking.
change and 233.
Yeah,
so it's a little taller. And I point that out because now he's, you have to understand leverage. Like we always joke about it, but that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So it figured, you figured like slowly, like you mentioned, DeMario Davis, somebody that you can learn under and continue to develop as a player. But I think he can help you, and he probably can help you from day number 1. Now he's going to be like a core 4 teams guy. I don't think there's any question about that.
Yes.
Like from the get-go, he'll be that. But
psycho white boy energy combined with a 4.5, 240. I mean, that is special teams 101 right there.
But I think he helps you on the defense.
I agree.
I mean, Pete Warner's somebody that struggles to stay healthy for a full season. And you got an aging DeMario Davis, still awesome, still great, and still can give you some value there. But he is aging. And so this is somebody, again, don't look at the round because that's kind of just the way the position has gone. And also – 9-inch king.
9-inch king?
9 on the dot.
On the dot. I mean, we love to see it. Danny Stutzman. Absolutely love to see it. Pretty tall guy. 9-inch, just saying. Same as me. Ross Jackson had a good write-up too, kind of pointing out, now you can do some interesting things where, like, a lot of times your nickel, you might be in a 4-2-5. Well, you want to go 3-3-5, add a linebacker in the field, maybe rush the backer. Like he can do some. He gives you some versatility. Again, a fun weapon, I think, for Brandon Staley to play with. Who pretty cool now that Brandon Staley's to DC. We kind of forget about that. I feel like that get lost sometimes in all the Derek
I try to forget about Brandon Staley. We'll see if I can remember him again. Pro Football Focus had the highest grade of any linebacker in the entire FBS, with a 90.9 run defense grade.
Damn. And that's what the Saints struggled last year. So this is a great pick. I mean, this feels like great value to get him where you got him.
I agree.
Philip Mark says, can't wait to not utilize Stutzman, lose him in free agency, and watch him all pro for another team. Yeah. Unfortunately.
I was just thinking, I was like, man, in 4 years, he's going to look good as a Super Bowl champ with the Eagles.
Oh, man.
Him and Zach Baun in the middle.
Ryan Brack says, can we replace a guy being a dog and start calling him Gorilla Frontlines? He would be a Gorilla Frontline guy. Danny Stutzman would.
Bobby kind of used something similar yesterday.
The only question I have on Stutzman is, now I love this in some ways. He has a horns down tattooed. He has an upside down Texas logo tattooed on his thigh, which is awesome and petty. And I love a guy who loves real hate. But I kind of wonder, is he? Well, actually, maybe this is a positive, Jake. It also makes me think he's just a really dumb meathead.
Yeah.
Because I wonder if he thought about this. So he has it on his thigh. It's an upside down Texas logo. But what that means is, to him, his perspective, it's a right side up Texas logo.
Yeah.
So every time he's sitting on the toilet, every time he's taking his pants, every time he looks down, he is seeing a correctly perspectived Texas logo at him.
Yeah, every time he's trying to download something on the internet and his pants get caught in the chair. Yeah.
It's a virus.
Yeah.
We'll play that audio now or two.
Yeah, but then everybody else would see it as a regular.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Let's say I was with Stutzman and I was looking at his thighs. I would see it as a horns out, and I would understand it. So, but it is just it's funny to me.
I mean, ultimate like meathead, crazy white boy linebacker. He's got the wrist guard. He's got the arm guard. Like he's got. I know he played last year with the neck roll.
I hate that helmet though.
I hate that helmet too. It's supposed to have a visor, but it's still not tight.
I just don't like not having a
bar.
Part of the face bar up top.
Yeah.
Axiom or whatever it's called. Everybody's wearing it now.
Everybody's wearing it now. I don't like it.
It's awful.
I think
only Jameis looks good in it.
A psycho white boy linebacker is a core piece of any team.
Yeah.
Like you have to have that.
And Pete Warner's maybe not psycho enough? I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Joe Burrow did beat him in a tire pull contest.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah,
no
too
coming back
soft.
from that, dude.
Too soft.
No coming back.
Now we knew at that moment who Joe Burrow was, but
not a poodle.
Michael, that's funny. Can't read it on air. If you want to see what he wrote, go to youtube.com/1045ESPN and hit the like button. All right. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
GoTommies.com. GEAUX Tommies.com. Tommies are your exterior home improvement experts. If you need hardy plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows, any type of door, you need Tommies, where you get professionalism, integrity, dependability, efficiency, some of the core values of Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. And look, check it out, man. We're talking energy efficient options. Save you money on bills. Save you money over time. And they come with lifetime warranties. What are we waiting for? Okay, go Tommy's. GEAUXTommies.com.
Yeah, when you go there, right there in the top of the website on the bar, testimonials, gallery, check out Windows, Doors, and Siding, obviously. But we always kind of push you towards checking out what they've done in the greater Baton Rouge area for your neighbors. Check out those testimonials, check out the gallery, but always remember they can customize your job. So whatever you're looking for, have Tommy and the team come out, they'll get it done. GoTommies.com.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station. These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
So when we found that we could not make sense, well, you said that we would still be friends. But I'll admit that I was glad it was over.
Oh. Whoa. Hey now, Alondra. Okay, girl. I see you.
It's like the one that I know. Shout out to my brother. He showed me this song.
Shout out to me brother. He showed me this song. I was watching Boiler Room the other day on YouTube.
Did you ever watch Skins back in the day?
Hell yeah, I watched Skins. Very good show.
Yeah. Tony.
Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah,
That's
Nicholas
the first thing I remember him in.
And
I just remember too, I watched it marathon style in college one day. I think it was in like Athens, everybody's hungover and it's just playing on like, or somebody of the DVDs maybe.
Yeah.
But I just remember being amazed at how much you could get away with on British television.
Yeah, right?
Compared to America. Like I feel like you saw boobs.
You saw a lot of stuff on that show.
I've never seen it. It's called Skins. So my first thought was probably, and my second thought was this makes sense that T-Bub watched this.
They tried to make an American one.
Did, yeah.
And I don't think it went well on MTV. But also, I mean, you had Nicholas Hoult, which you didn't realize you kind of had like one of the top guys in Hollywood there in your teen drama.
I think I saw somebody go back and like mention all the like extremely famous people that were in that show.
In Skins?
Yeah.
I don't even remember the full cast.
The sister went, like Tony or Nicholas Holt's sister went on to be super famous too. I forget her name. Let me see.
Kaya Scolodario?
Yes, yeah. She's in like a bunch of stuff
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah. Joe Dempsey or the Chris. Oh
She was
wow,
in The Gentleman.
Dev Patel was in it.
Yep.
Yeah. Dev Patel was in it.
Chris Miles, I recognize from stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, oh wait, no, that's Joe Dempsey. Okay, sorry. Daniel Kaluuya was in it.
Yeah.
Damn. What's the dude from Get Out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
That was like one of the first shows that I binge watched ever.
Yeah.
It was on Netflix.
Great college hungover show for sure.
Yeah.
Which, that was one of my favorite parts about college. One of the best memories. Or when you're maybe like staying at a friend's house, maybe you're out of town, in town, whatever. Or maybe just you and your roommates. Very long night. Feel awful the next day. You wake up. You would take $20 to McDonald's and get 20 double cheeseburgers. You'd come home, dump them on the table, and then you'd just lay around and watch TV all day. God, not a worry in the world.
I remember I was binge watching it so much that my thoughts were in a British accent.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you binge, right? You end up dreaming about it. I've had a few instances of that last night. I mean, last night I was just dreaming about Andor all night. Cool dreams though, for sure. God, Andor's good. T-Bob, read the question. I don't see the question. Anyway, all right. So I want to talk about the Texas headline.
Oh.
The Texas headline. Texas football as it relates to LSU. So making the headlines yesterday, Texas reportedly spending $40 million on their roster this fall. Now, this was said to be a 35 to 40. It was said to be a high-end estimate from Houston Chronicle columnist Kirk Bowles. Now, Kirk has covered Texas for more than 50 years. Okay, so this is one of the OGs here. And so I initially saw this and I was like, whoa, bro, that's pretty crazy. I wasn't too shocked because of the lessons that we learned last season, but I was like, that's pretty crazy. But then I read that this is with the rev share included. And I think there's an even bigger takeaway to be had now, which is not that it's crazy that Texas is spending $40 million on its roster, but rather, Jake, that pretty much anybody who wants to dance is going to be 30 mil or above.
Yeah.
Because you got the 15 from the rev share,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're putting in, another 10 to 15 if you want to be one of the major players. So already you're immediately there in that $25 to $30 million range. So the takeaway is, I mean, even LSU, I'm guessing will be like at 30 or close to it. Because remember, we also know that everybody who had kind of resources built up wanted to go ahead and go all in before rev share kicks in, because we don't know exactly what these collectives are going to look like in the near future. So the biggest takeaway is simply that, man, college football. This is it, baby. This is it. The rosters, this is going to be the cost of doing business. And I don't know. People keep saying the market can't keep going up, but it keeps going up. And it just, I can't help but laugh thinking, Jake, when we used to advocate for players to be paid and we were told there's no money. There's no money.
Yeah.
There's no money. We can't do it.
We barely get across the finish line.
Yeah, we're definitely not manipulating budgets and whatnot so that we can barely get it. No, we can't do it. There's no money.
Yeah.
Oh, really? And then you might have said, if I'd brought this up last year, you might have said, oh, well, T-Bob, that's because it's money from outside sources. Well, guess what? Now the school and the outside sources are paying these kids. Like the market has clearly spoken. If you can play, we're willing to pay.
You talk about $40 million for one team, like one collegiate roster. Now, I guess if you did break it into NFL terms, like the NFL salary cap is way, way higher. And obviously only 53 players compared to, 85 scholarship players, and the roster limits are going to change, whatever. But still, that's a jarring number. And if you're a team that can't even get close, you can't even live in that neighborhood, like it's a gated neighborhood and you don't know the code.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do? Now, luckily for the team that we cover every single day, they've got the code.
Yep.
They can get into the gated neighborhood, but it's only going to continue to just push the top teams in the Big Ten, the SEC, away from everyone else. Like, no longer is, Wake Forest going to be able to have a fun year with the Sam Hartman and, Kenneth Walker when he was there. It's just,
well, how do you define fun year?
Where they're actually
like 9 wins or like actually in like a championship conversation?
Well, like 9-10 wins, beating a Clemson and a Florida State in the same year.
Yeah, probably not.
Doesn't feel like that's gonna
maybe like
happen.
9-3 would be the ceiling of like a good fun year.
Even teams in the Big Ten, like Purdue, are you ever going to be relevant again? Because even Northwestern's a little bit different. Like Northwestern actually has some money.
Yeah.
So.
Drew Brees, assistant GM for the Boilermakers.
Is he?
No, but it funny. That would be like right in line with everything we're seeing. Yeah.
So like, how many teams can actually do this? How many teams are going to be left behind? And also, are we ever going to get to where we have a salary cap?
I think so. I do think, but I don't know what. I don't know what the timeline on that looks like, Jake. Because who's benefiting? Who's benefiting from this? Obviously, I think the players are in a lot of ways because they're able to constantly use leverage, transfer, et cetera, et cetera. But more importantly, for maybe changing the rules, Jake, there's a lot of lawyers and agents who are benefiting big time and who will argue tooth and nail that none of this should change. And when you have a gaggle of lawyers incentivized to fight in the courts and you don't really have... I mean, I guess it'd just be schools paying these other side of lawyers to fight against it, but it's like I could see it being a bit slow and grindy to try to change this. But I think eventually we get there. But again, the timeline, because of the vested interest, the timeline on that could be long.
Yeah, there's times where slow and grindy are good. This is just not one of them.
It's not one of them.
It's
not one of them.
Texas feels like Texas, Ohio State. You have one more that feel like they're just going to be juggernauts in this era.
Well, I mean, look, guys, let's just look at the data, right? What did Velleius Paterculus tell us? No man considers a course base for himself, which has proven profitable to others. Okay, who won the national championship last year? Or, excuse me, who had the most expensive roster last year? Ohio State.
Yep.
Who won the national championship? Ohio State. Who had the most draft picks with 14 of them, 7 in the top 45? Ohio State. Okay, who had the second most draft picks? Georgia. Who had the third most? Texas. Who had the fourth most? Oregon. What do all these schools have in common? They all had rosters that were like $20 million or above, and they all made the playoffs. So, like, the answer could not be more clearly. If you want to win big, you got to spin big. Bottom line.
Yeah, you can't ball on a budget anymore.
No.
You can't go barrel bin shopping. It's just like, and we were all trying to figure this out. Like, even Dabo is like giving himself over, right?
Yeah.
There's this basketball player for Clemson that maybe wants to play football, and yesterday Dabo's like, oh, well, if he wants to, we got a little revenue share for him. We can have a little revenue share for him. Like, there was a point when Dabo
you're
said
supposed to quit.
He would quit if players ever got paid, okay? But he realizes, oh, my God, I was about to be left behind. Like, some of that happened at LSU. It's like you did try to hit the portal in a different way. You were trying to bring in guys from smaller schools and elevate their game, and some worked, a lot didn't. Well, now you realize you can't do that. Now you realize you have to pay for premium players. You have to go to Oklahoma and get a couple of players. You got to go to Texas A&M.
Yeah.
You got to go to Florida. You have to go to these places that are trying to be on the same level as you, and that's the player that you have to bring in. Like, you go get Mississippi State's starting quarterback to be your backup quarterback.
God, it's I know it is. What a volatile and insane market. Which, to be fair, you should maybe be careful about trying to predict too much in the future, but it's also just not that hard to understand. Like, look, he says here, not T-Bob making permanent assumptions of a 1-year data point. Okay, no, here's the deal, man. What do you think's going to be? What do you think's going to be par for the course going forward? Do you think it's going to be the Moneyball team? Like, do you think it's going to be the overachieving Moneyball team somehow is keeping up the big dogs? I'm not saying that'll never happen. But funnily enough, if you wanted to reinforce your point, you'd probably have to point to Michigan to a Moneyball as a Moneyball team, and they're not. Or they were, and look what they did. They said no more. Spent $12 million to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
So,
Indiana might be the best example of a Moneyball team.
Yes, fair. Exactly, right? So there will be exceptions, but the rule is money. And again, you accuse me of making grand, sweeping proclamations off a 1-year data point. Well, it takes me in a couple of years. But even beyond that, I don't know. I feel like it's the data points of everything I see in the world, which is when you can throw more money at something than somebody else can, you have a significantly higher chance of being successful. Dodgers are pretty good right now, aren't they?
They don't suck.
Why is that? I mean, like, what are we talking about? Like, what point are you trying to make? Anyway.
What's the NBA's highest payroll?
I don't know. I mean, they have I guess because you can go over the cap, but then you got to pay the luxury tax.
Like, which team? Celtics
oh, no, actually, this is a disaster. This is funny.
Is it the Lakers?
No, I think it's the Suns.
Oh.
And they had the worst season, ever.
Because of that Bradley Beal contract.
Yeah.
Is awful.
Beal, Booker, Durant, and they were god-awful. So, money, not a guarantee
they were
of success.
second.
Okay.
Second. Minnesota.
Minnesota's
one.
the first highest payroll?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, well, okay, back to my point. Because Minnesota just got out the second round.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, got out the first round for the second year in a row for the first time in franchise history. Minnesota, in the last 2 years, has now knocked off Durant and Devin Booker, Jokic and Murray, and now LeBron and Luka. Pretty damn strong from Ant and company. By the way, did y'all see Ant Edwards walking around the crypto arena after the game? I've never seen that before.
No.
He knocked out LA, and then he took a stroll around the stadium outside, not inside, outside with his boys talking crap. Talking about how good guys don't die in this movie. Morris Chestnut dies in this movie. Oh, y'all said Lakers in 5? Okay.
Yeah,
it was crazy. I've never seen anything
Batman,
like it.
Superman.
Yeah. Never seen anything like it.
One sad part about what I just looked up, the Pelicans have the 11th highest payroll in the NBA. But you know what? It's not even the saddest part. You want to hear something that is diabolical. The Washington Wizards have the 3rd highest payroll in the NBA.
Oh, God, that's just mismanaged. That's
Wait,
insane.
The total money.
Who are they paying? I don't even know. Bradley Beal's not even there anymore.
Washington Wizards. Well, they're probably still like paying for some other people that they've had. Kyle Kuzma, somebody they traded. Maybe they're still paying some of his deal. But so the T-Wolves at, let's see, $237 million and some change. Washington, $211 million.
That's crazy. Noogie says, how many rings do Dodgers have the past 2 decades? 1. Yeah, the one when they spent the most money. And now maybe for a second. Anyway, whatever. I don't know why I'm getting defensive and feeling like I have to overprove my point. I feel like it's a very obvious takeaway, and I feel like the market reflects it because look at the money that's being spent by all the teams that are trying to win championships. So
Chris Middleton makes $31 million with the Wizards.
Middleton was,
Jordan Poole, $29 million.
No, I don't understand that one as much.
Malcolm Brogdon, $22.5 million.
GAC's finest, baby. Shout out Malcolm Brogdon. Remember watching that kid in high school?
Yeah, shout out to him for sure. But
don't be hating.
You know him because he went to GAC.
You shouldn't play football.
I know him because I played daily fantasy.
Yeah, and he was good.
Who else in here knows him? In this
Laundra
building?
does. She was just talking about Malcolm Brogdon last week. I was like, how do you know Malcolm? She said, I just love him. Very talented player. It's crazy.
I did say that.
Mm-hmm.
So there it is, guys. I believe that if you want to win big, you got to spend big. Now, like Jake said, LSU has a code to the neighborhood. But, hey, taxes are going up. Property taxes are skyrocketing. We'll see where this all ends. More OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge is one-stop vehicular shop, and that's whether you're looking to add a new vehicle to your family. Maybe, look, you want great trade-in value and then turn right back around, get you maybe a Toyota certified used vehicle where you still get warranty coverage, you can lease something, buy something brand new. It's all there at All-Star. And remember, if you need a body shop or a service center, you want to go to the All-Star and you get free professional estimates, you get rapid turnaround times, great lines, communication. You mention OTB, $250 towards a deductible. And if you ever need a rent, just holler at Miss Lee's session. Go to Also Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Yep, he mentioned the rental department. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today because we are here. It is May the 2nd, so summer vacation is coming fast and furious, probably in 3 weeks or so. So go ahead and rent that Toyota today. Make sure that you've got exactly what you want. They have what you want at allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
I had a way then, losing it all on my own. I had a heart then, but the queen has been overthrown.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Winner, Alondra?
Were y'all having like a boys only meeting or something?
He-Man woman hater.
I was running.
What is happening?
We got back from break and nobody's in the studio except for Alondra.
Yeah.
I was running into the other room to answer an email. You know how like your various logins are saved
Answer
on
an email. Oh my
yeah,
God, I don't
yeah.
believe you.
No, like you know how your various logins are saved to like one computer or another.
And you don't have to use your password.
Yeah.
So like
And you never
randomly.
know.
Yes, the only thing, like, I don't know my password for this Edward Jones thing I needed to fill out. And so, like,
Jones.
I had to, like, run over to my computer, and I didn't get it done.
Dang.
But it's okay. We're going to do it next break.
Edward Jones.
Yeah, bank.
I know. Look at you.
Okay, adult.
I know. Feels very official.
I love this idea that no one interacts at their bank at all.
I sure don't.
Well, I feel like we got a room full of meatheads in here, so Edward
man.
Jones wasn't what I was expecting. I just had to use the restroom, and then Tay was watching at the.
I also had to pee too.
He was looking at the construction across the street, kind of yelling at it like an old man.
Of course. Of freaking course.
He's like, how long have they been here?
What
I was
is
trying
more
to email
on
something
task?
to myself because this computer's bad, and then I look out the window and I'm like, how long is this dumpster gonna stay here? Like, the dumpster's been there for
they're
like.
working. Yes, they're working on a job.
Where are they supposed to put the trash?
Yeah.
I know, but they to Tay
I mean, guys,
point,
that dumpster's
they've been
for
in
like
there
3
for
months.
a minute. Like, I don't know what they're doing, but
I don't know. Are they restoring that church across from us?
Okay,
It
but
looks
that's
beautiful.
the point. Like, it's been 3 months. You're not building it from scratch. That thing's already built.
Oh my God! You think you can build a church in 3 months?
No,
The St. Peter's
they're not
Basilica
building the
took
church.
700 years
The
to build.
Sagrada Familia took
just
like
kidding, I mean-
forever.
Yeah, I have no
I don't even know if it's still or if it's even finished.
What's the biggest church in the world? Is it a cathedral?
The Joel Osteen one. I'm totally kidding.
That was good.
probably not wrong,
They have,
It's
like-
St. Peter's Basilica.
So it's actually the Basilica of Our Lady of Peace in Yamoussoukro, Ivory Coast.
Yep.
It's bigger than St. Peter's Basilica.
Huh. Maybe this is including the grounds or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
But this Ivory Coast one sounds way more interesting.
Yeah.
Can I get a picture?
Of what?
Côte d'Ivre.
The Basilica of Our Lady of Peace in Yamoussoukro,
though. Yep.
Ivory Coast. That sounds right, huh?
Sure.
Our Lady of Peace.
Côte d'Ivre.
Yes. Our Lady of Peace. But yeah, that's
You
what
sound
it says.
like you sound like some of us that are covering the NFL draft, and you're in the 7th round, and somebody takes a edge rusher from UCLA, and you're like,
Here we go. The Ivory Coast.
oh God,
A lot of vowels.
lots of
Yeah, Yamoussoukro.
A lot of vowels.
Alondra will appreciate this and know how what I was going through in the moment. So we did a show for.
Oh my God, that's in the Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
So it's funny because that building maybe doesn't look that crazy until you realize that those smaller buildings beneath it
Or like a
are
normal
like
church.
really
Yeah, yeah.
big. Like that's insane. That's insane.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Wait, I want to hear this story.
Yeah, so do I.
no. I mean, you saw me that day is why I bring up your name. We were doing like ESPN Radio, Sirius XM campus tour. We're at Walk-Ons. It's the hottest day like in American history. I swear it was miserable. So hot.
Oh, that with
Well, Bobby
yeah,
came.
yeah.
Bobby came. You came
Yeah.
out and hung out. It was so hot, and I was going like right up until pregame to do
Yeah.
the show, like
Yeah.
right up until.
Yeah.
And LSU couldn't get a golf cart to me.
Mm.
Like they couldn't. And I'm like, God, come
What are
on.
we
Like, you
doing,
don't have a
dude?
golf cart. You can come to
Come
walk-ons.
Yeah.
Get from the stadium. So like as soon as the broadcast ended, I had 12 minutes to get from walk-ons to the booth to start pregame. It was hot, like I said. So I'm sprinting, kind of running. I get there. When I say like I look like I had just gone swimming, fully clothed, That's
I
what
mean,
it
at that
was.
point, dude, you ain't getting me to run.
Oh, it was
Y'all
so
like
well, it was
Blair.
super
You're gonna
hot.
have to vamp because y'all screwed me on this one.
It was so hot that day, and it was so funny because I was in the elevator going up to the press box, and I was chilling. Like, I had just got there. I walked there. Jake, like, comes on the elevator, and I was like, oh, you made it. He's, like, sweating,
and then
breathing.
I sit down. I sit down, and I don't know. This is on me, but I sit down, and it's UCLA's depth chart starters that I have to. And I had worked on some of the names, but like I wasn't in the state, and it's just like all these letters mashed together. It looked like somebody just threw random letters together. They made no sense. There's no way that's a real name, and I'm just like fighting for my life looking at this paper.
There's no way that you would see Ha'omanauanui and know how to say it just off the rip.
Hell no.
Be tough. When you think of Ivory Coast,
there was 17 of those, by the way.
What sports figure do you think of when you think of Ivory Coast?
When you think of what?
Ivory Coast.
Nobody.
10 seconds.
I don't.
Didier Drogba.
Yeah.
Closing out hour 2 next. OTB.
Off the bench.
Hey, guys, go to trashrangers.com. Uh-oh. Guzzler the Guzzler says he's about to guzzle the Aggies. I'm about to guzzle up some trash because I'm a front-load dumpster that gets emptied up to 6 days a week. If you got a business that needs it, get in touch with Trash Rangers. Anywhere in the listening area, Trash Rangers can serve you. Get that red can. Look, if you live in Livingston or Cincha, you get to make a choice about your residential pickup, and chances are you done seen the red cans popping up around your neighborhood, and that's because people are making the switch and go with the local, reliable people. They're Trash Rangers who are members of the community. And if you need a roll-off dumpster for any project, 10, 15, 30 yards, we got it, man. We drop it off. Great price. Pick it back up here. You don't lift a finger. TrashRangers.com.
Go to the website today, and you can sign up for residential commercial service. But look, if you're in the greater Baton Rouge area, no matter where you're at, we're talking to you 3 different sizes of roll-off dumpsters. Get the one on your project today. TrashRangers.com.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac. Our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back, OTB.
This is a banger.
I used to love this song.
Yeah, me too.
Like when it first came out.
Yeah. It got overplayed, but, you know, I hadn't heard it in like 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Tyler Shuck says he will not be wearing the number 8 or 9, and he hopes to wear 6 or 18.
All right, Bo.
Of course, 18, Peyton, but also Archie. So, you know, historic Saints over there. 6. You think about the only New Orleans thing they think of 6, and I think of Thomas Morstead, the legend, Saints, bad decision cutting Morstead. I mean, he's gone on to continue to be great, and you've been rifling through punters.
Story of the Saints.
Way to go, Dennis Allen. But Thomas Morstead giving his blessings on Twitter yesterday, saying, Tyler, take number 6. I hope it was as good to you as it was to me. God, I love Thomas Morstead. Here in Louisiana, we always get one people who want to live here and stuff. Nobody has adopted the state as much as Morstead has.
Yeah.
He still lives here in the off season. Kids go to school here. Catch him around City Park. Thomas Morstead, true denizen of the boot. And he's got a big boot.
Yeah. Saints just willy-nilly released him, too.
It is crazy. Last member of the 09 Super Bowl team. They fell in love with Blake Gillikin. Red flag name there.
Yeah.
Not a serious name.
No.
Lasted a year.
And then you went with the Aussie guy who we all tried to like, Headley, and he sucked. He's still on the team.
I
don't think so.
I don't even know who the punter is this year. They probably don't even know.
No, I don't think they do. God, Tyler Shuck, please. Please. We need you. We need you something fierce. We're down bad right now.
Matthew Hayball.
I've never heard that name.
I forgot about Hayball. I think.
Yeah, he played.
Was he okay last year?
Yeah, he was okay. They brought him in 2/3 of the way through.
From Vanderbilt. Number 43. Gross.
That's an ugly number.
Only person that's ever made that look tight is Darren Sproles.
That's my only Danny Stutzman critique.
Troy.
28's a crazy number for a middle linebacker. I don't like it.
I like 28 as a number, though.
Yeah, 28's not a bad number, not for middle linebacker. But then again, isn't Pete Warner 23 or whatever?
He's 20.
20? Ugh. Guys, come on. Show some respect for those who came before. Throw on a number 55 and get your ass out there.
Or a solid
Bum.
58.
50. Just throw on a number in the 50s, guys. Grow up.
Grow up.
It's time to stop playing with little boy toys. Hour 3 next.
Off the bench.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Square Foot Structural Steel and Fabrication Shop. Come take a tour and experience their automated structural and pipe fabrication processes that provide time-efficient, precise, and economical products. When it's time to get building, get River Parish Contractors. To learn more, visit rpcontractors.com. That's rpcontractors.com.
Keep your golf game sharp in the comfort of your own backyard with Louisiana Turf Company. Our greens look great, roll great, and react great. Don't be fooled by the competition trying to sell you some glorified boat carpet. Trust the pros and golf experts at LouisianaTurf.com. That's LouisianaTurf.com.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, May 2nd. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 86 in hour 3 of today's show. We'll see where it goes. We'll give our final prediction on LSU versus Texas A&M. We'll continue to break down the sports world that is as well. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, 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 yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. So, Taylor, I got a couple of videos I want to play later on. If you want to look at 9:15, where it says we love and accept our Western Living Eastern brethren. Also, I found out one of the uses for the cashew apple, which we can break down.
I'm intrigued.
But first, to start this hour, I want to do a little I'm going to do something that we did last week. And the Laundry, you're going to spearhead this.
Okay.
LSU-Texas A&M going down to College Station this weekend, but there's a lot of good baseball going down this week. In fact, some of it started last night. And so let's talk about the SEC baseball weekend that will be. Alondra, take it away.
Yeah, so Texas and Arkansas faced off last night in Baum Walker. Texas got shut out that game. 9-0 was the final score there. But as I was telling you earlier this morning, we talked about this last week as well. Spencer, their ace, is out for the rest of the season with a shoulder injury. He's going to have surgery. So Ruger Riojas, if you remember him from when we played Texas, he was their Sunday starter. He started for them last night. He gave up all 9 of those runs. So 9 of those runs in 3 innings. And then the Texas bullpen held them. They didn't score more after the rest of the pen came there. But Arkansas held Texas to just 2 hits on the night.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, like, we also talked about how this is the first ranked team that Texas is facing on the road. So it's the SEC. It's hard to play on the road in the SEC, especially. And the Tigers, the Longhorns have been hot all season pretty much.
Yeah.
So, you know, we just went through the dog days of summer. Maybe we'll see what happens this weekend. Tennessee's kind of going through it a little bit.
Tennessee's definitely going through it. I'll put Tennessee going through it.
Tennessee's going through it. So
Arkansas was going through it. Arkansas lost 3 series in a row coming into this.
Right. So it's, you know, at some point, maybe, I don't know, but at some point, when do they kind of start to cool off a little bit? Is it here? Did they peak a little too early? Who knows? But, like, that's something to look out for. Let's see if the Longhorns can bounce back versus Arkansas tonight. The Texas bullpen has been pretty solid for majority of the season. So, and like I said, after Ruger came out of the game, they didn't score again.
Yeah. But, I mean, you know, at that point, everybody's kind of going through the motions a little bit. I mean, so a little blood in the water for Texas. Lose your Friday night guy. Try the freshman on the road. Get their ass kicked. And Chris Marler wrote about this on LouisianaSports.net that, I believe Texas at this point had played Mizzou on the road, Kentucky on the road, and maybe South Carolina?
I don't remember what the third team is.
It was
but
another
I know for
unranked
a fact,
team.
Yeah.
So the point was, people were pointing this out as like, okay, here's your first true road test. Even with an Arkansas team that had lost 3 series, like, you know, they're locked in. They hate Texas. And, well, Baum Walker taking home game 1.
Yeah.
So something to watch here for the rest of the night. All right, what else are you looking at this weekend?
So this one's kind of like this one might be a good matchup, but a sleeper a little bit. So top 25 matchup in Norman this weekend, Ole Miss versus Oklahoma.
Oh.
The last time they saw each other, I believe, was the 2022 national championship where Ole Miss beat them in 2 games to win the Natty that year.
They beat Oklahoma to win the Natty that year.
Yeah,
Damn.
but it's on the road. So we'll see. And Ole Miss, I think they got beat. Yeah, but they got beat by South Carolina, so that's not.
They lost a series to South Carolina?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, don't let Paul get hot.
Don't let Paul get hot.
Hey, you know, T-Bar, we just want to go out there and start
always
a
had
little
Mike
streak
Bianco's number, quite frankly. You know, he's a good coach. For whatever reason, my team just makes the plays.
So, speaking of South Carolina, we got an ass off. Florida versus South Carolina.
Yeah.
Florida's
Florida's
8-13. They're pretty ass. 8-13. South Carolina 5-16 in SEC play so far. But Florida has won their last 3 series. Swept Mizzou just like everybody else. Beat Mississippi State, and then they lost to Arkansas. And then South Carolina. Oh, no, they beat Arkansas. No, wait.
Yeah, they beat Arkansas.
Yeah.
Arkansas lost 3 series in a row.
Yeah. So
Florida's getting a little hot.
Florida's getting a little hot.
Okay.
South Carolina lost to Kentucky, beat Ole Miss, and then got swept by A&M. So TBD, like I said, an ass off. And then Mississippi State and Kentucky. This is going to be very interesting because Mississippi State just fired Chris Lemonis, as we all know. They've lost the last 2 of 3 of their series, Auburn and Florida, and then they won versus Alabama, which is a good win.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Kentucky has won 2 of their last 3, beats South Carolina, Tennessee, and lost versus Texas. Okay. But Kentucky's getting a little hot. And we all know Nick Mangione is a good coach. I kind of like to I guess like Chinese water torture a little bit with like the small ball. They kind of
Yeah,
like nip away at you a little bit.
I think Chinese water torture is a good analog, a good metaphor for that.
And
Death
then,
by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, and then you got a top 20 matchup, Bama versus Vandy coming up this weekend as well, which should be a good matchup.
Kentucky and battle for hosting. That feels like not supers, but you want to be a host spot for a regional. Those two teams feels like two that be competing there.
Kentucky does have a feel of like a old school National League baseball team.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Like maybe one or two guys in your lineup, maybe they don't bunt, but everybody else, like if you get a runner on first, like you're moving them over.
Yeah.
Like being a Braves fan growing up, I can tell you how many times Bobby Cox, like 5-hole hitter. Sorry, bud.
Sorry about it.
Sorry, Fred McGriff got on in front of you. You're moving him over.
So that's your look for this weekend, though.
Did we get into Auburn at Tennessee? That's the only other one that I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, my bad.
No, it's all good, dude. Auburn, like we said, #1 strength of schedule in the country right now.
Yeah.
Very high RPI. They've won 5 of their 7 SEC series. They had the LSU sweep. And then they have the 3 non-con ranked wins. Beat Oregon State twice and Georgia Tech.
So maybe
great wins, yeah.
I know. Maybe this is just me, but I feel like they're kind of quietly doing that.
Yeah.
They're definitely quietly doing
yeah.
it. Definitely. Now, the thing is, they've lost 7 SEC road games in a row. They're 2-7
and
on the
it's at
season.
Tennessee,
It's at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee, though,
They need
has lost
something.
3 of 4 series. So, again, this is kind of two good teams that are going through some things in different ways, going toe-to-toe here. So that should be fun. I still just cannot believe Sam Dutton.
It's crazy.
I know.
It's actually mine.
I
Major Zach Ball.
We're late in the season. At the beginning of the year, you were like,
fluky,
he's off to a cute start. Like, when's Sam Dutton going to come back down
we
to
got
earth?
the video
When's
of like
Sammy
the
gonna be
catcher being
Sammy?
like, "Oh, he's coming in."
Yeah,
like that's how we all felt when he hit the bell.
He is down to earth. This is
played.
Sam Dutton's world now.
Yeah.
This is what it is. He's a legit Friday night guy in the SEC.
Taylor Sheridan finally got involved. Way to go, Taylor. Taylor from Sheridan.
I mean, with a name like that, you should have known it was a red flag. So
true.
It's kind of on you.
God, I hate Taylors.
Yep.
Go to centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, centralplumbing.org. Sometimes I have the desire to flush Taylor down the toilet. I would be worried, though, that if I didn't chop his body into tiny little pieces, or even if I did, that he might clog it, break the pipes, bust them up. Well, whatever goes wrong, Central Plumbing can't help you dispose of a body, but they can help you fix your plumbing. So, look, you want licensed, bond-insured employees. They're going to send you information about ahead of time. You need flat rate pricing so you're not hit with any surprise, crazy hidden fees at the end. You need great warranty once the work is done. You need Central Plumbing. And look, they've been at it for 50 years. You can't hit them with anything they don't know how to solve. They got a massive fleet, so they can give you that 24/7 emergency service if it's like something on the weekend and you have to have it now. Central Plumbing, there for you. 925-8552, centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org. All right, we're going to get into some weirdness. We're not quite doing champagne shenanigans today, but I do have some weird links around the internet.
We can play the Rhett Lewis
video.
video.
What's the Rhett Lewis video again?
It's like 3 minutes and all these different ties that Shuck has to New Orleans.
Love it. There we go.
Saints.
We're going to play that next. I'm going to explain what you do with, at least one of the things you do with the cashew apple.
I don't like that.
We're going to take a look at Japanese culture, specifically Japanese people who love the Wild West in America. Kind of a reverse weeb situation. So we got a lot to get to. Keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Got a Cool Pro HVAC, coolprohvac.com. And it's somebody that's going to come look at your system, make sure it's good to go. Avoid any, big problems down the road. You want to go to Cool Pro. I made myself a Pro plan member. It's only $99 for an entire year, and I get 24/7 monitoring. 1 hour service windows and priority scheduling. So go to coolprohvac.com today and make sure that your AC stays on.
Is that the dry actor?
Trying to do a Patrick Warburton thing.
Yeah, I think that's who I'm thinking of.
It's okay.
It's not bad.
Got to workshop it a little more.
It's not the worst thing. The best thing is Cool Pro HVAC.
That's right.
Go to their website, check out everything that they can do for you. 1-hour windows, no dispatch fee. Going to know exactly when they're coming to your home. CoolProHVAC.com.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Back at it, where sports talk meets pure chaos. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB. Hour 3. I hope the Weeknd made it out that maze.
He was stuck.
I like to think that for the past 5 years, he's just been running around trying to find his way out. We finally find him. He's got like a big castaway beard. He's completely lost all sense of reality. He has a loincloth on.
Yeah.
He's made golden hunting weapons out of shards of mirror and gold, I guess. I feel like he was in a golden castle. What a weird time.
He was so big when I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah. Like that song Kissland and Wicked Games or something like that.
I kind of did not know he was just a person until the Super Bowl. Like I thought he was I thought it was a group the whole time. Yeah.
You know, I saw a meme a couple years ago. I think I told you about it. Like, it always makes me laugh every time I see it. It's one of those like stupid things. And somebody was like, what's the Weeknd's full name? And someone goes, Saturday, Sunday, duh. It makes me laugh every time I see it.
This is probably an old person take, but to me, this will always be like the first TikTok song.
I said that. I said that the other day, earlier. I was like, "That's the first TikTok dance."
So maybe it's not as old person as I think.
Look at us.
Look at us. But I feel like Addison Rae was already like big on TikTok for like 2 years before that. But I don't know. I don't know.
Y'all know I don't TikTok.
I don't get it.
What do you mean? You killed this TikTok back in the day.
No. I don't mean like initially, like when TikTok became famous, it was like bad dancing or like very generic dancing. People got incredibly famous.
Oh,
you know what
I mean, it's because anytime you launch a social media, if you're somebody who's creating content for it at the ground floor, and the algorithm is saying, oh, wait, people seem to like this, then they put their thumb on the scale for you.
Yeah.
And they launch you out there, which is why a lot of people made a lot of headway hopping on TikTok early and doing a lot of content they were doing elsewhere there, and they got mega famous there. Yeah. Smart. Heady play. Thought Be Real was going to be my ticket.
No. What's Be Real?
I don't know what Be Real is.
That was some social media that I think it was maybe a year or two ago, but it was like, it's so stupid. It was like, it would yell at you to like take a photo now, like no planning, like be real.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Like, I think it would take like a front and a back photo. I can't remember exactly.
You're sleeping, it wakes you up in the middle of the night, yelling at you. Crap, I don't want to.
I downloaded it, and then I don't think I ever. And then I think the first time he yelled at me to take a picture, I was like, "What? No, I don't feel like doing this at all. Actually, what am I doing?
Real social media.
All right, let's go ahead and talk more about shucking with Rhett Lewis as he laid out all of the connections that Tyler Shuck has in Orange, why you should be so excited that he's going to be wearing the fleur-de-lis. Here it is, Rhett Lewis. Take it away.
So now let's use 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon to paint 6 degrees of Tyler Shuck. Might end up being like 16, actually. Tyler Shuck, who, of course, was drafted by the New Orleans Saints at number 40 overall. You've probably heard by now that he spent 7 years in college football, 4 degrees, and 3 different destinations, starting at Oregon 18 through 20, Texas Tech, then for 3 years finishing up at Louisville. Let's start with Oregon, though, shall we? Where, of course, he played with Justin Herbert, who, of course, now is one of the most elite quarterbacks in the NFL, who then, when he was with the LA Chargers, was actually coached at one point by Kellen Moore, the OC then. Now, of course, the Saints head coach. Let's get to another Oregon connection here. Speaking of connections, he's actually thrown to this guy before. Juwan Johnson was a wide receiver for the Oregon Ducks back in 2019, is now the tight end for the New Orleans Saints, actually playing on his 3rd contract. Let's then go to another tight end connection, because isn't that fun, right? How about Maliki Matavao, right, who finished his career at UCLA, but actually had a recruiting visit to Oregon in which Tyler Shuck was actually a part of it. These guys then reconnected at the Senior Bowl down in Mobile, where they were teammates. Guess what? Teammates again, because Matavao was the 7th-round pick of the Saints. All right, let's go back. How about one more little connection here? Fun one, Ugo Amadi. 2018 was on that Oregon roster with true freshman. Tyler Shuck is now a member of the New Orleans Saints. And one final one. Tyler's wife, Jordan, grew up in Eugene, Oregon. Also the hometown of Saints GM, Mickey Loomis. There's another one for you. Okay, I think that covers Oregon. Let's move to Texas Tech, shall we? Texas Tech, 21-23, went to the Manning Passing Academy. Also ended up there before his final season at Louisville. So at the Manning Passing Academy, he was able to meet Archie Manning, right? Legendary Saint, first family of football there, the patriarch in New Orleans. Peyton Manning there as well. They both actually texted him right after he was selected 40th overall.
The music?
The Manning Passing Academy is actually held in Thibodaux, Louisiana, where Nicholls State is the primary college there in Thibodaux, where he met his QB trainer from QB country, Landry Klon helped him get his draft stock up. And then Landry was actually a quarterback in Nicholls State. There you go. Another one for you. There, here's a fun one. ZQ, Zaid Cubedy, was an offensive analyst at Texas Tech while Shuck was there. Now the college scouting coordinator in New Orleans, who was a positive influence on his selection there by the Saints. And let's just finish it off. From Louisville, Quincy Riley, his teammate, was drafted in the 4th round by the Saints. I think the stars are aligning, and a star is born with Shuck and the Saints.
Was that a boy, Rhett?
Good job, Rhett.
Hell yes, dude.
That was amazing.
Hell yes, dude. There you go. If you weren't excited about Shuck and the Saints before, you absolutely should be now.
That was amazing.
That was really well done.
Very Always Sunny coded when like
Yep.
the Pepe Silva
Pepe
thing.
Sylvia. Pepe Sylvia. Pepe Sylvia. Who's Pepe Sylvia?
So good.
Charlie, you've been
That was
stealing
amazing.
everybody's mail. They keep asking where all the mail is. I don't know. You've been stealing.
Shout out Rhett Lewis. That was great.
Matt C said, surprised he pronounced Thibodeau right. Rhett Lewis is from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Went to high school in New Orleans. So I'm not surprised.
Hence him understand. Oh, okay, my internet's finally back up. Hell yeah, dude. All right. Hey, guys, remember, Boudreaux's Electrical, if you want a Generac home generator, okay, you want to use the premier Generac dealer in Louisiana, which is Boudreaux's Electrical, but family owned and operated since 1982, guys. And, well, look, storm season's, almost upon us here. And if you want peace of mind, you want to make sure that you and your family are taken care of, you stay safe, the lights stay on. Let's say you're like an outdoorsman, you have a fridge full of meat, whatever the case. Look, you need to protect your own. That's what a Generac home generator does. And we got great financing options available because we know it's a big investment, but it's always $159 a month. Is that not worth that peace of mind to keep your lights on no matter what? And with Boudreaux's, you get the 24/7 monitoring to make sure your system's good to go when you need it, no matter what. Otherwise, what's the point of all this? So go to BoudreauxElectrical.com, where everybody's a VIP. BoudreauxElectrical.com. I'm just glad you didn't go to Chipotle. That's right, Matt. Remember, he went to Drago's.
Yeah, somebody slipped him a note. Hey, my guy.
Here's
Here's three places
For
to
sure.
choose. Choose any of them on the list.
He was like about to
but
walk
these
into a
three.
Jersey Mike's, and Mickey Loomis tackled him. No.
Yeah.
Jersey Mike's.
Mickey probably would. Mickey
No,
doesn't.
Mickey
Yeah.
wouldn't
Not Mickey.
tackle him.
Yeah, not Mickey.
Yeah,
Mickey
Demario Davis
with a
maybe
name like
tackled him.
Tyler, the thing about Jersey Mike's is cold sub, actually a little bit better than the hot.
I like it Mike's way.
I don't know what that means.
It's like oil and vinegar, a little salt and pepper, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe
lettuce, tomato,
oregano.
onion. Yeah. Yep. It's all that crap.
Sorry, I did the lip smacking thing again. I apologize.
Yeah.
So, Taylor, you have these links ready to go?
Yeah, which one you want?
Dude, give me so remember, the other day, Apple Cashew. So, remember, the other day,
I don't have that one.
I think I sent it to you. Oh, I was like,
well done.
Because I said I had,
Well done. But so the other day, we learned that every individual cashew grows on an apple, which is crazy.
insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So what happens to the apples? Well, in India, I've at least learned one thing that is done with them. They make a liquor called Goa. Check out this video.
काय बोरी झाडा आणि फळांचा दामका सुकशेचे परवटांचे राजलेले रूप रंगांचो वारा उदीक आणि निश्च संदिरा वागयतात आमच्या पोटाची तांदूळ
लिंगा दोशी असलेली आम्ही संसारात मारी जोरूय कोरिना जाल्यार कसली चूक त्या पोटाक म्हणटले आमच्या सुखाचो गोराबो भुरगीं जातेली मोगाचो मुकूट.
Oh, it tastes like so. In the video, they're sitting there, they're smashing the apples with their feet. Then they're taking that big pulpy mess and they make it into like a little mound and they put rocks on top of it and juice it further. And then you ferment the juice, and it can be fermented into Iraq, which is 10 to 50% alcohol, and then you distill it into Finny, which is 40 to 45% alcohol. Organic spirits made without preservatives. And it's not unhygienic. I don't know why I pointed that out in the video. It's not unhygienic, and it got
people
like
do that with grapes.
It got like heritage drink. I know, yeah. It got like heritage drink status, which means it's kind of like protected as a traditional way, I think, of making a liquor or something. I don't know exactly what it means. I tried looking it up.
Interesting.
But yeah, shout out Koa, dude. Humans never fail to amaze me with the things they come up with. What, Taylor?
Nothing. I'm just reading some of the chat comments.
They're probably
yeah.
racist, if I had to guess. How about this? Was that music Indian?
I would assume so.
Right?
Yeah.
Kind of. I've never heard that, though. I guess I'm just so guilty of when I think about Indian culture, we only hear like Bollywood type stuff, but like that almost had like a mariachi, like almost even a little bit country, like old school sort of feel. I love that song, whatever that was. Fresh poopy foot pressed apple liquor. Whatever, dude. You tell me that final product didn't look good?
It looked a little refreshing, yeah.
With the little celery song in there?
Yeah, well, also, why are we acting like they don't stomp grapes for wine?
Yeah, exactly. Good call, Landry. Yeah, exactly.
They do that.
How can we give me the grape stomping lady?
The one that falls?
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
One of the most famous internet videos of all time, one of the biggest YouTube early YouTube videos of all time. Damn, T-Bob called all of us racist, no context. I did. I apologize. That's true.
Maybe you assuming that it was racist is racist.
True. I told him myself, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Ah, crap! Hoisted on my own petard. It sucks. I'm an idiot. I'm a petard.
I was going to say that. Didn't want to pull the trigger on it. I wanted to.
You want Grape Lady with sound or no sound?
If you watch Grape Lady with no sound, you're an idiot because wait until you hear it. You've never seen this, Taylor.
Have you seen this?
I don't know.
This is one of the most legendary YouTube videos of all time. Give me Grape Lady with sound.
With grapes. What kind of grapes? These are filled with Chamberson grapes, and the winner this Saturday who's stomping music, eating international foods, having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh, stop. I can't. Oh, stop. I can't breathe. Stop.
Oh, no. Oh, boy, dear. I think she's actually hurt. No.
I've seen that.
Oh my God.
Like, what a reaction.
What makes she make that sound?
What
Stop.
a reaction.
Apparently she like broke a couple ribs.
They
kept it there so long. Like, why did it take you so long to throw back to studio?
Ooh, she looks like she's actually hurt.
You said keep rolling.
Coming up next, what you should be thinking about this holiday season: a gift buying guide for the picky chooser.
Sound like Big Fave trying to rush the passer.
The best part is stop, and then she tries to get in a cheeky little. She tries to get in a couple cheeky little extra stops. Oh my God, dude!
How happy was the other lady? Like she's trying to fake her out. Instant karma.
Oh man!
You really can't. When you get the wind knocked out of you, though, you really can't.
No, that's what I'm saying. She like straight up went immediately. Like got the wind knocked out of her, broke her ribs. Like yeah,
God.
she is going through it.
Oh my gosh.
They took so long to take it off.
Give it to me one more time. Give it to me one more
Yeah,
time.
I do need it one more time.
By the way, it looks way too old though. The footage does hate that.
Yeah, I hate that.
Wait.
Buckets are filled with grapes. What kind of grapes? These are filled with Chamberson grapes, and the winner this Saturday who's stomping music, eating international foods, having wine tours and tastings, vineyard tours, seminars, arts and crafts. It's a lot of fun, a whole day. Stop. Oh, stop. I can't. Stop.
stop. Oh, stop. Oh, I can't breathe. Stop.
Oh, boy,
dear.
I think she's actually hurt.
No, I
there.
think she is.
Yeah, she's
Ouch.
hurt. She took a hard fall off there. Boy,
Okay.
gosh, I hope she's okay.
Gosh, I hope she's okay.
Yeah. Somebody says early 90s, late 80s. No, bro. This video's like 2005, if I had to guess. What's it say on YouTube? What's the upload date?
Let's see.
I mean, even though this is probably a re-upload at this point.
It says original.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. 14 years ago.
Oh. So this has to be a
this is
re-upload though, because it was when I was in high school.
Yeah.
What? How many views does this one have?
This one has like 7 mil.
Oh, okay, yeah, it can't be the original then.
God.
Oh man. What a great video. What a great video. Try to get a little
20 mil from like 17 years ago.
Yeah, that's getting closer. That's getting closer for sure. That was at some winery in Georgia. I can't remember which one it was, what the name of it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All right. When we get back. Yeah, exactly. Matt C says, I looked it up. She actually broke several ribs. I mean, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I
That's
mean,
what
you
that
don't make
sound.
this kind of noise.
So that sound was. Also, upon watching that second time, she clearly lands rib first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like hard.
Like right on the corner of that little deck.
That's a long fall, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. When we get back, more OTB. Keep it locked.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. You go to All-Star Toyota today and look whether you're buying a new vehicle, Toyota certified used vehicle, or you still get great warranty coverage. Maybe you just need a rent for a vacation. You're going down to Disney. Congratulations. Hell yeah. But it's all there at All-Star. The best selection, the best people. And look, if you need a body shop or a service center, they're open to all makes and models. You mentioned OTB, you get $250 towards the deductible. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com. Okay, the news segments from 98 in Atlanta, YouTube videos from 06.
Okay, that makes me feel much
way
better.
Okay, thank you, Zach.
Oh,
thank you, Zach. You know what, Zach? You are an all-star.
Yes, you are.
And I'm going to make you into a Toyota, and I'm going to ride around inside of you every day. allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
All right.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
With your head, dance till you're dead.
Welcome back to Off the Bench, where the takes are hot and the sports talk is questionable.
Oh wow! Now Emil's just sitting here catching strays in the chat. Love it.
Where's Emil been? I haven't seen him.
That's what chat's saying.
Yeah. Where's he been?
I don't know.
Does he go to Don Juan or anything anymore?
No, I ain't seen my partner in a minute. Oh. It's a good song.
You know that gif of the little boy, and he's like dancing. It looks like in a club, and he has glasses on, and he's going like this.
Yeah, that kid.
This is how this song makes me feel.
Oh hell yeah! I saw a video with him as an adult the other day.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's always interesting to see how little kid memes grow up.
Yeah.
The bucktooth girl. Saw a picture of her not too long ago.
Didn't the guy who does like the kid who's like side-eyeing the camera?
Which one?
Lotario?
Oh, wow. I forgot about Lotario
Ooh,
from Vine.
Kill him. Ooh, kill
Oh,
This
him.
guy,
Yeah.
Dude, don't do it
he's
to
got
him.
like, gosh, a little chubby kid. And he's like looking at the camera. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In the Popeyes with the cup.
yeah.
That's Lotario.
Yes. That is Terrio?
I think so.
Oh, he plays college football somewhere.
What?
Like
Lotario.
D2, that kid
let's
in that
go.
meme. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he got the NIL deal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whenever I want to use that
I don't
gif,
think that's Lotario.
whenever I use that, when I use it, I look up Lil Terrio.
Oh,
it comes
maybe
up.
it is Lil Terrio
It looks
then.
like Lil Terrio.
Ontario, I know is Ryan.
Yeah,
Lil
this is
Terrio.
him. This is him. This is him.
That's Lil Terrio.
Yeah, Lil Terrio.
My favorite thing thing that Ryan told me one time about playing for the Cubs was
Oh, your team?
he used to my team.
Yeah.
He used to he lived, so it's in that neighborhood or whatever, and he lived in the neighborhood, and he used to walk to the game with a Sammy Sosa jersey on.
That's awesome.
And he said nobody would notice him because he just looks like a tiny regular white guy.
Yeah.
Wearing a
Yeah.
Sammy Sosa jersey. So he was the starting shortstop for the Cubs, for the team, walking through. It was like Clark Kent stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like put on the glasses. He can't be Superman.
That's crazy.
Why is he walking down here with us?
Yeah.
So all Terry had to do was throw on a Sosa jersey.
Nice.
And nobody realizes they're walking next to their starting shortstop.
Boy,
Sharding?
Ryan.
Starting
Well,
shortstop.
maybe. It depends on what he ate that day.
What?
There's our guy as the state champion
the
in high
diarrhea
school.
radio
And
hour.
here's him as a kid.
Nice.
So that's not Lotario, though. Is that Lotario?
I don't know.
Think so.
Well, I think maybe it's not. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's not. Because the video that the GIF comes from, the guy that's recording him is like, ooh, kill him. Ooh, kill him.
Yeah, he's saying he
Terrio's
looks like Lotario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, that's another thing that at the time we were like, oh, this is funny. You can't just film somebody's kid.
No.
You can't just film a kid like that and say that.
Oh.
That's crazy. But so the internet can be weird, but sometimes I love the internet. And I was made aware of some reverse cultural osmosis I don't know that I knew about yesterday. Now, do y'all know what a weeb is?
Yeah, like an anime
It's
person.
like,
yeah, like a
it's
white
like that
American
wig thing you
maybe
wear,
not a
right?
white, just an American who like desperately.
It's like that wig thing you wear.
No,
that's
no.
weave.
I'm
sorry.
No. That definitely wants to be Japanese, right? Loves anime, all that. Loves Japanese culture.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, there's a huge Wild West loving Japanese community as well, like reverse weeb. Like Japanese people who desperately want to be cowboys.
Have you seen that Texas bar they have?
I've seen the Texas bar.
Yeah.
And then last night, I saw this video of this dude practicing quick draw and pistol tricks with a 6-shooter. Check this out, dude. This dude is too smooth with it right here.
ではね、このシングルアクションアーミー打つ技をやってみたいと思います。まずは一発です。次は2発です。ではね、銃を逆に刺して。
He can do that?
He can do that.
I used
That's awesome.
I used to practice because, you know, back in the day, we used to have good toy pistols growing up. Like, I had a metal, like, toy 6-shooter, a couple of them, and I used to practice all the time, and I never got it anywhere this smooth, dude.
Yeah. So, you know, my dad, y'all know this. He's a city policeman for like 30 years and never retires. He always goes and finds somewhere to police. Like, he used to, like, wear his holster so low like a cowboy, and everybody gave him hell, but, like, that's the way he wore it, and he would have, you know, a 6-shooter on his hip along with his Glock, and he was going to have both of them on there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out Joey Hester.
And he could do all that, yeah.
I've seen a competition video with a Japanese guy doing even crazier. I don't know why it hit me different this time around, but it just made me very happy, right? In a cynical age where the internet is so... Everybody's at each other's throats, and, you know, and it's like wars, tariffs, all this sort of stuff. It makes me happy that, like, this is what the internet's good at. Connecting communities that would have never otherwise been connected and strengthening those communities. Shout out to our Western-loving Eastern brethren. We love you. What are y'all laughing about so hard back there?
Can't say.
Which it depends on which comment. Actually, you know what? I don't want to say either.
The one I'm laughing at, I can't say. We will get canceled.
Am I hoisting myself once again on my own petard if I guess that it's racist?
No, you're good on this one.
Yeah,
You're good.
Actually, right.
You're good on this
Okay.
You
One
nailed
for
it.
two. 1 for 2, guys.
Actually, you were right the first time.
You were right
too.
the first time.
You were
too,
right the
but
first time too.
I wanted to
okay.
gaslight
Well,
you.
You did gaslight me completely.
You were 2 for 2 on that.
Oh my God, dude! So y'all just pissed
It's
at me
still
and told me it was
racist in
raining.
nature to think that the comments were racist, even though they were.
I somewhat agree.
Yeah.
I somewhat agree. I know because that means you're kind of thinking it as well, like interior. Yeah, that's true.
You're like, clearly I know what comment
That's
they
true.
made because I was thinking.
You made it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, dude.
What? Are you gonna finish that thought?
This video is not this,
No.
but some of the Indian street food videos are insane.
Oh, they're all the bugs flying around.
It's
and-
actually insane.
it's actually
Like
disgusting.
cutting meat with toenails, stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy. There's too many humans. There's way too many humans on the earth.
Yeah.
Anyway. How do we transition out of this one? I think
We just say we got Ask the Bench next.
Time to be hitting the old dusty trail. Ask the Bench coming up next. Keep it locked to OTB.
Off the bench.
Hey guys, go to Rouse's and get ready to have yourself a weekend. Look, I'm going to do you a huge solid here, and I don't know how many of y'all are going to listen to me, okay? But those who do will be rewarded. When you go into Rouse's, remember coupons? Huh?
Yeah.
You constantly talking about how groceries are expensive. Oh, I wish you could save some money. Every time you walk into Rouse's, there's a little booklet that has hundreds of deals, thousands of deals. I mean, half off, like whatever you need, grab that booklet and benefit. Picking up some crawfish if you want for the weekend. Go check out the Hot Seafood Bar here on Fridays, $9.99. You fill up a styrofoam box with all kinds of delicious, tasty treats. any supplies you need, any drinks, any food. It's all at one place. Louisiana, from the original Brick Cup, it's Rouse's.
You work hard every day to pursue a life you love. You put in the time, and it shows. You're forging ahead, chasing a dream, creating something better for the ones you love. You're building your own life, so why not build your own tractor? With John Deere tractors and attachments for almost any need, the Sunshine team can help you do just that. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all.
Welcome to your life.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Good call on the Tears for Fears electronic mix here. Ask the Bench, unlimited crab legs or crawfish?
Crawfish.
Crawfish.
Crawfish. Raw fish. Ask the Bench. I have to help decide on our Mississippi summer trip. Gulfport, Bay St. Louis, Biloxi, or Ocean Springs?
Bay St. Louis.
I'm going to go Ocean Springs in honor of my boy Dick Dixon.
That's literally all I know about Ocean Springs.
That's all you need to know.
I've never been to any of those places, so I don't know.
Bay St. Louis
me
is fun.
neither, really. Wait a second. I just got a text. Here, Taylor, get this ready to go. So, Taylor's mom just sent me a message, and she said it's some audio that I'm going to want to hear. Go ahead and play this.
Searching around the internet.
Oh my gosh. Okay, listen.
No,
I know you're curious.
I was searching around the Mom, I was searching around the internet, and all of a sudden I was downloading this thing, and I got a computer virus.
I want to see it. Show me what you were downloading.
I randomly I deleted the virus. Oh my God, Mom. I had a computer virus, and I got scared that I had the virus. And when I was getting out of my chair, my pants were slipping and I was pulling them up and getting back on the chair. I got scared and my pants slipped down a little and I was pulling them up. Mom, I'm telling the truth. I am serious. I'm serious. I had a virus.
That kid sounds real
Taylor,
young
are you
to have
okay?
a virus.
Is your mom still mad at you?
We got past it.
Okay.
Man, how young were you, man? It seemed like you were young to be getting
I
viruses.
deleted the virus. My pants slipped down. I got scared.
Just trying to get out of the chair.
It was a fair boner. I was scared. Oh, man. That's some good audio Taylor found us earlier. I've never heard that before.
Oh, man. I've first time I saw those probably 10 years ago.
Top tier excuse.
But when
says
you told
Don
us
Dane.
last night, you were like, yeah, something's up with my computer. And I'm thinking, I'm like, T-Bub's probably got a virus or something. And that's the video I thought of. That
Can
was
y'all
the one thing I
imagine
thought of.
T-Bob's family computer growing up?
Ugh.
The things he did to that?
Oh, now, yeah, that's a different time for sure. For sure. No, it was never much of a downloader. God, these. Ask the bench. Who wins in a fight, Honey Badger or Jameis Winston?
Honey Badger.
Honey Badger.
Come on.
Ain't even close, actually. Like,
Ask the
James
bench.
is too nice.
Right.
Who does the best Asian accent on the OTB cast? Alondra, you go first.
What? Bro wants me canceled so bad. I did a Pakistan one yesterday.
Yeah. At least you pronounce it correctly. Shout out to us. Ask the bench, T-Bob, when you inevitably select LSU to beat Clemson and go 11-1, but neither come to fruition, will you again promise not to hype the team up prior to the season like previous years? No. I'm
Never.
like the goofy meme. I'll effing do it again. Okay? Don't tempt me. Ask the bench, you have to start a franchise. Who you picking? Steamy William Beeman, Shane Falco, or someone else?
Willie Beeman.
Beeman, probably.
Gotta go Willie, dude. Shane Falco's a cheater and a quitter.
He's a cheater?
Isn't that what he got in trouble in college for? Didn't he throw the...
No, that's longest yard with Paul Crewe. Shane Falco was the replacements with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, the
no,
whole
he
reason-
just had a really awful game against
He didn't
Ohio
cheat?
State.
Oh, he just had an awful game? Oh, I thought he cheated.
They played for Ohio State.
Maybe he played for Ohio State. Either one. He had an awful Sugar Bowl.
I deleted the virus.
I love that video.
My question is, like, who is recording that and then posted it on the internet? If it's the mom, that's weird.
More than likely, it was the dad.
Still weird.
Maybe something on the computer. I don't know. I mean, if I was a dad, I might want to film something like that.
And then post it on the internet?
In an earlier age,
And
maybe.
there's no video, it's audio only,
Not
so-
nowadays.
Yeah.
Not nowadays. But
Audio
in an earlier
only.
age, I could see it. Like we said, dude, it's like that dude called out that little kid at Popeyes. It was a different time. We did
Yeah.
not fully understand
Ooh, kill
the
him.
ramifications of the internet. Older brother? Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That's evil, yeah.
Half the Spanish Armada
Yeah.
says that's an older brother. It's a,
Would
it's
make
a very
sense.
good instance
Yeah.
there. Except that you should have heard like I don't know, was it a virus? All right. Have a great Friday, guys. We'll see you on Monday.
Off the bench.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always.